Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 82 of Vlog Weekly here on Branden Plumley Television. This is Branden Plumley here, and welcome everyone to today's episode. And like I said, guys, we're going to have a great episode for you all today. And unfortunately, I think I ran out of time, so I don't know. I'll probably finish the top 10 and get the top 10 ready for today. So stay tuned for that, everybody, because I was supposed to do top 10, but I just totally forgot about doing the top 10, so I do apologize, but we're going to have it today, obviously. But anyway, I'm being joined by two lovely guests in the forms of the Crazy Bunch, who is eating potato chips right now.
As I'm almost done with eating potato chips, hello guys, as I'm currently got back from the 35-minute hiatus, and I'm so sorry that couldn't make it at the time, but I just came back from doing anything, from the not responding to my computer to everything like that,
Yeah. And also joining us, ladies and gentlemen, we had him on episode 81, his ever debut, because his birthday was on the 28th, alongside with Mr. Jeffers, and it is, it's none other than Christopher All.
Hello, people.
And there we go. So, before we begin this episode, I am looking on my Facebook thing, and there is a tornado warning in effect until 5:15. But that's okay because, like I said, we don't get tornadoes, so thank God for that, because the only way we can get a tornado in New York if the wind speeds are like 100+ miles an hour, and it's probably going to be like 70 to 75 miles an hour, so it's not going to be a tornado. There might be some damage, but other than that, it's just not going to be a tornado like you get in Texas or Oklahoma and all that other stuff. So I'm not going to worry about it right now, but like I said, who gets a tornado here in New York? I mean, I don't think I've seen it, so, but there you go. So, yeah, everybody, we're going to have a great episode today. I got a movie review for today. Luke doesn't have any. We was going to have Billy Moody with us, but he is nowhere to be found, because I am going to let Billy Moody know about a new rule that's going to be in place for now on future episodes of Vlog Weekly, because I'm not happy with him at the moment. But there's going to be a new rule, and that is, and this will apply to Billy Moody only, and that is chatterbots, because he's been doing a lot of that on Luke's flagship stream after his stream after mine, obviously. So he's been really doing it and been nagging Luke about it and doing the whole kind of thing, and it really upsets me, and that probably upsets Luke as well. So yeah, that's gonna be a new rule of the chatterbots kind of thing, because once he starts talking, he never stops, and that's a big problem.
That is a huge problem with us.
That has histories in the past before, so it doesn't surprise me at all. But anyways, moving on.
Yeah. So, and like I said, if Billy wasn't to be on today, well, fortunately, he's probably having some sort of a downer, because this is the last Vlog Weekly for the month of June, because it is June 30th, 2017. I was going to say June 30th, 2015, but I'm 2 years ahead of myself.
Right.
But on this day, though, on June 30th, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, premiered in theaters on June 30th, 1995. And I believe the movie came out on home video, I want to say either in late 1995 into 96. But I could be wrong about that, because I do have a VHS copy of the film, as well as the DVD, because I got the DVD of it too. So it was on this day, ladies and gentlemen, on June 30th, that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, opened in theaters.
And that's the day when Despicable Me 3 actually gets released today.
Wow. How about that?
Wow.
So, but anyway, guys, there you go on those facts and all. So we got a lot of stuff we have to talk about here on the episode, and again, I do have a movie review. Luke doesn't, but we'll probably have a movie review from him on episode 83 of World Weekly, the 83rd edition. So, Luke, I guess you get to sit back, kick back, because I have a movie review coming, because it's a movie that I've watched that I rented on Amazon Video, and it is the sequel to the movie that I've seen. I have it on Blu-ray, I think, either Blu-ray or DVD. I think I have it on Blu-ray, and it's called Surf's Up, which is a great movie. Really, really enjoy the movie. So I'm gonna be doing a review of Surf's Up 2 Wave Mania. Let me know if you guys can see the video and everything, because I am supposed to be live. Am I not?
Yeah,
live?
I can see the video. Yeah, you're live.
Okay.
All I just see is just blank. It's just a black screen with some words.
Okay. Well, as long as I am live, because YouTube is saying that I am live and I am at the green status, so that means it is healthy. So.
Yeah.
Because and the only way that I am doing this live stream, ladies and gentlemen, is via Wi-Fi, which is not the most recommended idea for live streaming, because that's exceptionally bad.
I agree. As I'm writing you a message.
Well, you can't live stream without an internet, so kind of makes a little sense.
Oh, November 1995. Okay. Thank you for that, Luke. So. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys can see the video, because like I said, I am live, and like I said, I am streaming it on Wi-Fi, which is, again, not the most recommended idea for streaming anything to YouTube, because, well, like I said, as much as I want to have it on the Ethernet cable and plug that in, well, unfortunately, I can't do that. So that's the only way that I am streaming this at the moment, and that's Wi-Fi, which is, again, not the most recommended idea. So sorry about that, everybody, if you're having issues. But otherwise, sit back and enjoy a really great episode for you all today on the 82nd edition of World Weekly, because 81 was fantastic, and I know Luke had a lot of favorite moments from episode number 81.
Yeah, it was exciting, and I was pretty amazed when I was like, during the time when vlogging number 81, and I was like, and pointing the finger and say, "You rock," and that point, and the Toby Turd joke. On ear cake thing.
Oh yeah, and who could forget about Eat Your Cake and Them Some, which we are gonna have a second part tomorrow.
Yeah, for example, intro darkness and redness and whiteness.
Well, like I said, but like I said, we're gonna have a big Vlog Weekly today, obviously, but tomorrow we're gonna have a big Let's Eat Your Cake and Them Some, the grand finale, because not only we're gonna finish up on the games that he requested, but also the birthday celebration and all of that other great stuff. So this will heavily be focused on you, Mr. Jeffers, on the Eat Your Cake and Them Some for tomorrow. So.
Yeah, I maybe agree with that, Matt Palmer. It's just one of those days.
Yeah, indeed.
Every day is one of those days.
Yeah. Okay, well. I don't have any drop flames, so that's good. So okay, so yeah,
thank God.
So like I said, I uploaded 4 new videos last night, guys, because I recorded with OBS.
Yeah. No. I don't have any. Sorry about that, guys.
Oh no, no problem. Don't worry about it. So I uploaded the Tetris Blast one, the ending credits. I also uploaded Wave Raid that I did on the Atari 2600. The Secret of Mana game that I uploaded. That game is really cool. That'll be the game I'll be streaming for tomorrow. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
It will be a lot of fun indeed.
So it's going to be, unlike any other ordinary game from Squaresoft for the Super Nintendo. And that's going to be one of the games that's going to be included on the SNES Classic Edition, which was announced this month by Nintendo. And I know you guys missed out on the NES Classic Edition, so you're not going to be able to get that anymore, I'm afraid. But I'm hoping Nintendo will learn its mistakes from the NES Classic Edition to the SNES Classic Edition.
Yeah.
So 21 games that are going to be included with the SNES Classic Edition. So for those of you who didn't grow up on the Super Nintendo days, well, you be able to do so when the thing releases. Because as you guys know, the SNES is a successor to one of my all-time favorite Nintendo systems ever made. That is the Nintendo Entertainment System, or NES. So that's how we roll on that. So I love the SNES. I have an SNES. I have the big one that came out in '91, and I have the SNES 2, the Model 2 that came out in 1997, which is that little small thing. So I have both of those. And I know that you, Luke, don't have a Super Nintendo.
Yeah, we don't have a Super Nintendo at the time. No.
Yeah. But Luke, I think Super Nintendo, back then was really awesome, and I think the only thing that wasn't so awesome was its high price tag, Gesundheit, which was the high price Super Nintendo, which I believe was $200 at the time when it released back in the '90s. A lot of money back then, because when the NES 2 came out in 1993, the NES 2 was only $49 when it came out in '93.
I agree.
Because the NES lasted 10 years, from 1985 until its discontinuation in 1995. So, and like I said, NES had a great lifespan. Even the Super Nintendo had a great lifespan, too. Because I believe 1998 was the last year that we had a SNES game, we had a Super Nintendo. Either 98 or 99. Because I know the last game was made for Super Nintendo was Frogger for the Super Nintendo. That was the last game made. Though I prefer the Sega Genesis version, because the Sega Genesis version is the arcade classic from 1981, and I like the PlayStation version as well. The PlayStation one is excellent, and the PC one. They're both really good.
They're both really good,
but the Super Nintendo version sucks.
Yeah, they suck.
I am not a fan of Frogger for the SNES. I do like the Sega Genesis version of it, and that was the other game, and that's the other game too that was final for the Sega Genesis, because that was discontinued from '89 to when it was born to '98. So that was the last game made for the Sega Genesis as well.
Yep.
So you can obviously say the Sega Genesis and the Super Nintendo were both last great game consoles in the '90s.
I agree. I'm very excited for other things,
So,
I'm just saying.
So for those of you who grew up on Super Nintendo, well, and by the way, we do have a price. It is going to be $79.99, so it's going to be $80 for Super Nintendo Classic Edition, because I love Super Nintendo. It's really awesome. Now,
that's gonna hurt.
I know that you, Lou, didn't have it. I don't know about Christopher having an SNES, but but it's a true gaming system, and I love the Super Nintendo. And just like the NES, it had amazing lineup of games as well.
Yeah, Brian, you're gonna love this.
Yeah.
These two movies, Balto, and I'm gonna love this. An American Tail, Festival Goes West, gonna be on Blu-ray sometime this on Independence Day.
Wow, that's awesome.
I'm just gonna read some more while you're talking to everyone about some whatever you're talking about.
Hang on, guys. I gotta shut. Okay, never mind. I think he did. Okay, good.
Babe. Oh, yeah. Okay.
And now let's go ahead and show it to you all here on the SNES Classic Edition.
Yes! Cars 3,
so
first out November 14th.
Gotcha. So the Super Nintendo Classic Edition, now you're playing with Superpower. The golden age of 16-bit gaming. Oh, absolutely. Yoshi, Samus, and Star Fox crew are waiting for you to come and play. So it's going to have 21 games that are going to be built into this thing. And you do get, I believe, 2 Super Nintendo controllers, which is really neat.
Yeah.
Now, even though I say it's neat, however, though, it doesn't plug into your original Super Nintendo. So that's kind of sad, but it does work with other accessories. I believe the Wii U and some other peripheral. I don't think it will work with the Switch because you need a Bluetooth for it. Anyway, so you do get. I do believe you get 2 controllers with this, if I'm not mistaken. So that's what they're probably advertising. And it's a little mini SNES. The one I had from the 90s. Because it's a great system to own. The 21 classic Super Nintendo games you guys are going to be able to play as follows. Super Mario World, a classic, one of my favorites on the SNES. Super Mario Kart, which is boring to me, but everybody loves it. I prefer Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Love Mario Kart 8. It's awesome. And everybody's opinion, the greatest Zelda game ever made on the SNES, and that's A Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Then we got F-Zero, and F-Zero is a great game. Love it. That was one of the launch titles. And Super Metroid that was released. All right, Luke, are you there?
I'm still here. I'm just reading.
Okay. So F-Zero and Super Metroid, and for the first time ever, ladies and gentlemen, you will be able to play Star Fox 2 on the SNES Classic Edition. Now, this will be an episode on its own, but what happened to Star Fox 2? Well, Star Fox 2 was eventually the game that never was, because when Nintendo pushed it back and was going to be released in 1996, well, everybody said that Nintendo was going to cancel Star Fox 2. There was a rumor that it was going to be canceled. And guess what happened in 1996? There was no Star Fox for Super Nintendo. And we had to wait till 1997 to play probably the greatest Star Fox game ever created on the N64. I know A. Pizzo's going to hear me on this because it's his favorite game of all time. Do the barrel roll, Mr. Pizzo, Sizzle. And that is Star Fox 64 for the N64. So if you guys are wondering what happened to Star Fox 2, it was canceled. Now, if you want the complete history of Star Fox, check out Game & Historian, and I'll post it on the Vault Weekly official group on Google+. And you need to watch it. Watch all 4 parts of it, and you guys will find out why there was no Star Fox 2 for the Super Nintendo. But now, for the first time ever, you guys are going to be able to play it on the SNES Classic Edition. So that's a huge thumbs up. So do a barrel roll, everybody, when that comes around. How about that, Luke?
Yeah, I maybe agree.
Some other games. Super Punch-Out. And like I said, guys, Super Punch-Out was being developed when they also developed the last Star Tropics game that they made for the NES, only in North America, and that is Zoda's Revenge: Star Tropics 2. That was developed in 1994 by on the NES by Nintendo.
Oh yeah, I'll go ahead. I'm just reading the upcoming movies that are coming out in theaters.
Street Fighter 2 is on there. in everybody's opinion, the greatest Castlevania game ever made, Super Castlevania 4. And my personal favorite of mine, Donkey Kong Country. I love Donkey Kong Country. It has awesome graphics, the best music. It's awesome. It is challenging though, but it is awesome. Mega Man X, for the Super Nintendo, and the greatest Kirby game of all time, Kirby Superstar, for the Super Nintendo. And the best role-playing game of all time, Final Fantasy III or Final Fantasy VI, is known in Japan. I don't know why they don't have Final Fantasy II, but I'm a little disappointed. But hey, welcome to Final Fantasy III. Kirby's Dream Course, which is a golf kind of game. And, of course, Do the Barrel Roll, and that made famous in 1993 with the original Star Fox for the Super Nintendo. One of the first games to use the Super FX chip. The other one, and Luke, I don't think you're going to be happy with this, because this is my least favorite game. Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. I don't really care for that game. But another game that I think is an incredible game, and that is Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. That's a great game. That is a great RPG game. And if you haven't played it, Luke, you definitely need to play it. It's really awesome. Contra 3, I forgot what the subtitle is, but Contra 3, and the game that I'm going to be playing on Game On Live tomorrow night, and I'm glad it's on this list, Secret of Mana. I am so excited for that game to be on the SNES Classic Edition, because I'll be playing that on tomorrow's stream. So don't miss it, everybody. We don't want you to miss it. Earthbound. And what's the other one? What in the world is that? Oh, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Or Goblins, whatever you want to say it. So
Yeah,
those are the 21... Yeah, really. Those are the 21 games that you get on the SNES Classic Edition. So, Luke, what do you think of the list of games on the Classic Edition?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited for the other games. I know one of them's going to be able to messed up, you know?
Yeah. And my feet's sleeping, so...
And I'm pretty excited for other games, but I never played any games like this before in NES and the SNES, and except for puzzle games.
Yeah. And the Super Nintendo Classic Edition would be released on September 29th for $79.99. Retail stores, we don't know who's going to carry them, but I know Amazon's going to sell it, and I know GameStop's going to sell it. I'm pretty sure Walmart's going to sell it too, but I can't confirm any of that for you all today, so I do apologize.
Oh my god, let me see. As Branden was reading the games coming out.
Yeah, that's going to be on the SNES Classic Edition.
Yeah. Yeah, let me see. TV.
So while we do the next topic, Luke, anything you want to share about what we can expect for Luke's Eat Your Cake and Them Some, the grand finale?
Before I say that, we got some sad news report.
Oh dear.
Why?
It has to do with someone passing away.
Ain't that?
It's not. It's not that. It's somebody retired. Never mind.
Alright.
I think after a 4-year career as reporter and anchor, including a 25-year tenure as anchorwoman for KUSA TV Denver, Adele Kawana will retire from the Kindle-owned NBC affiliate on this date. And it's officially announced that Star Trek will return to television on CBS All Access will premiere for a new Star Trek series.
Yeah, which
That's
I've heard about. Which I have heard. Make it so, number one.
And the returns besides Barney and Friends, because I have no idea when Barney and Friends first came out on TV.
Probably in the 90s.
Yeah, it's okay.
I know it came out in the 90s. I know that. But the return show, not the reboot.
Oh.
The reboot.
Well,
not the whole thing, you know?
We have no idea. I have no idea, Luke. I haven't heard much about it.
And yeah, it was the same because reboots of Barney and Friends. Oh, and then good news, they're coming out with reboots of Will and Grace. Was some game shows like The Gone Show, Love Connection, and of course the celebrity appearances. You know.
Yeah, and in July, we're going to have Candy Crush on CBS.
Yeah.
Which I am excited for. Because I know everybody plays Candy Crush. I played it. I'm sure Chris played it. And I, know everybody else does. Play Candy Crush Saga.
And sadly, guys, some people, I like to think that the show is going to be canceled soon. Like, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, jeez.
But don't worry, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will be coming up soon. And of course, there's a network connection. Family Net will be coming. Will be replacing by the Cowboy Channel. It's coming July 1st. Olympic Channel will be coming on July 15th. We'll be placing Universal HD coming out. And of course, Universal Kids September 9th. Which I'll have to tell you about this, but Stage Launches coming like July the 1st. We're going to be having it on Tabano. It's a Spanish channel. But there's also there's something that will have to air on July the 1st, the same way. And that is going, and I don't know what the depths are going to be about, but there are sad news report the same way. But I know Michael Bond passed away, we know that, but that's all I can tell you about TV. But right now, I got some good news report, and that is about Angry Birds movie.
Uh-huh.
They're coming out with a sequel.
I know.
And Frozen 2 will be coming in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez. Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I enjoyed the first Angry Birds movie. It's really great, and I'm going to be getting that on 4K Blu-ray sometime.
But, however, there's another thing that will be coming out with it, but I'll talk about that after this topic. But for right now, I am going to talk about the Eat Your Cake and Then Some live stream will be happening tomorrow. I am officially announced that we're going to have a birthday party at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And there will be huge presents, by the way. But I am going to show you some presents that I got on my birthday. Like that, I'm going to turn on my webcam until that happens. But I will show you what I mean by giving myself just money, and that's it. I got the Kit Kat gift bar, but I am going to do both, turn on my webcam and show it to you. And that is going to be a $25 Amazon gift card.
Okay.
And of course, Morgan bought me $13 of my money.
Uh-huh.
So thank you for the presents, but I'm still going to get more on tomorrow.
Okay. Well, be on the lookout for that, everybody. Coming your way tomorrow, 4:30. on Branden Plumley Television, and a new episode of Henry Meets Plums coming your way tomorrow as well for the 28th edition.
Luke the Random says by Christopher Wahaman.
Yeah. Alright, there. Now that I moved that around, now let's go ahead and tell you all about something that I am going to be personally going to be getting. I know for some of you who probably are going to still stick with the memory cards, so yay for you. But for me, however, this is going to be the last time I am going to be buying like a SDXC card, because there's a lot. There's a lot of memory cards out there. And you know what, guys? I know you guys are probably wondering, should I get this in an SD card form? Well, I don't know per se, because I really don't want to buy another memory card, because the things with memory cards is that if you lose them, then you're pretty much done with. If you drop it in water, like if you accidentally drop the memory card into a water or coffee or any kind of beverage, then your data is gone forever, and it's your fault because you're the one did it. So, and rather than me, trying to get memory cards, because I love memory cards, but I hate losing them. I hate losing data, because I lost a lot of memory cards in my lifetime. I'm getting sick of it. So you guys are probably wondering about, hey, Matt Plummer, how about this for you? Well, I do like the whole idea of having a 512 gigabyte memory card, because the prices have dropped tremendously, especially the SanDisk Extreme Pro, which cost about $299, and it's a 512 gigabyte memory card from SanDisk. And it's a pretty good price. I mean, it used to be $500 back in the day, but now it costs, yes, it's still expensive, none other, the less, but not nearly as bad as it was when it was first introduced to the public and to be sold in stores. Here's another one, for example. This is a Let's Professional. This is a great memory card, by the way. I have a 64 gigabyte Let's Professional. This is the memory card that I have, and I don't have right now, but I would like to. This is a 512 gigabyte Let's Professional SDXC card, and pretty cool, isn't it? Well, it is, but it's on a memory card though. And I know that Luke is probably going to hear this about why he would probably need to get an SSD rather than having a memory card. Am I right, Luke, on that?
I agree.
All right. So this is the 512 gigabyte memory card. This will work with any computer. As long as your computer has a full-size SD card slot instead of a micro SD card. Well, this one is a 512 gigabyte Let's Professional. It's pretty cool, right? It is, yeah. And I know Luke would be dropping his gums like, oh my god, 512 gigabytes? Really? Because Luke is like that, ladies and gentlemen, whenever he sees something big and tremendous. So, yeah. And this one is $219, but by the time this stream is over, this price will go up. So, don't expect it to be $219 much longer. So, there you go. So, what's the idea of getting an SSD? Well, a lot of things, really. First is you want to store data on it, because we store a lot of stuff. Because I'm going to be buying not one, but two of these suckers, and they're from Samsung, the leading technology company that makes the Galaxy phones and all the other great technology stuff from Samsung. Well, now they have a new external solid-state drive that I know that Luke is probably going to be getting this on his wish list when he gets the money for it. And that is the Samsung T3, which I am showing you guys right now. So Luke, this is what I've been telling you about on Skype throughout the entire time, and that's having an SSD kind of thing.
Yeah.
And why I personally think SSDs are so much better than a memory card? Well, here's the thing, everybody. This is what it looks like, by the way. This is the T3. It's a tiny little SSD, but it is fast. It is fast. I'm telling you guys, it really is. So here's the features of the T3. Small in size, big on memory. The new Samsung portable T3 sets the standard for speed, capacity, durability, and connectivity. You know what I like about SSDs? It's durable, which is a huge plus, and connectivity, also a huge plus. Because unlike SD cards, well, now I know you obviously guys ain't gonna drop a SSD down the toilet, because obviously you would ruin your data for life, because you'd be so stupid about doing that. But you know, there is great advantages of having an SSD over a memory card or an external hard drive. Solid state drives do not, you know, when you, alright, slow down. When you move it, there's no spinning parts inside, so the hard drive is not spinning. So you know what that means? That's great, because now you don't have to worry about losing your data and accidentally bump the SSD thing, and then that way you don't have to worry about losing all the data. And I think that's incredible, you know, because we save a lot of stuff. You know, Luke saves a lot of movies and stuff. I do a lot of PowerPoint stuff, and I'm sure Chris wants to use it to save a lot of videos for YouTube and that sort of thing. And we all need an SSD, and that's where Samsung comes to the rescue, and that's the T3. So it's very durable. So that means if you drop it, you know, like 5 to 10 feet, you don't have to worry about it. Because it's going to save your data, and it's going to safeguard your data too. Unlike an external hard drive, where if you move the external hard drive while the disk is spinning, then Luke and Chris say goodbye to your data. I know.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, kiss your data goodbye if you move the hard drive around, which you should not do when you whiten data onto the hard drive, because that's a big no-no. You should never do that. But as I'm saying, you know, this is why solid-state drives are, now, yes, they are expensive than external hard drives. But the funny thing, though, is, you know, we need to save data as much as possible. I'm going to be getting this to save all the games that I want to save on this thing, because 500 gigabytes is a lot of storage. Capacity, but the prices are ridiculous. So, would you say so, Luke, on that? Because it is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. Yeah.
Anyway, quick on its feet. Reduce downtime with blazing fast read and write speeds and this is my favorite feature of the SSD. Why I like it better than SD cards. 450 megabit per second speeds. That is insane. That is probably my favorite feature. That is well worth the price. And you see, Luke, I think this is why getting an SSD for you, this would really come in handy for you, Luke, especially when you do a lot of video editing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I also think solid-state drives are going to be so much better for when you want to load a game, or you want to load something onto the SSD. It's going to be so much faster. That's why I like SSDs. It's super fast. It really is. And I like that. That's my favorite feature above all the rest. Another thing about the T3 is it's small, compact, and light. Always on the move from one job to the next. Media and data needs to travel at the speed of life. The T3 floats like a feather at just 51 grams and is roughly the size of a business card for perfect portability. Try to say that 10 times fast. So yeah, it is small and compact, which is a nice feature. And I don't think you mind that too, Luke, but on that.
I agree.
Hold its own. With advanced Samsung V-NAND technology, the T3 packs a punch, up to 2 terabytes of capacity storage. So you got everything you need in the palm of your hand, and it comes in 4 different capacities. 250 gigabyte, which I'm going to be getting for PowerPoint and my Office documents. 500 gigabytes, which I'm going to be getting to store the games and other stuff that I want to load onto the memory, onto the SSD. You know, because this would be great, Luke, for retro. I'm telling you. But I'm not gonna, you know, like I said, we're not gonna say anything about that. But it's gonna be great for storing anything that you want to store on this. It's also going to be in 1 terabyte and 2 terabyte, which I know you guys are wondering, why am I reading all this? Because it's available now, so go get it, all right? All right.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, this is probably another thing why I think everybody needs to get a T3, because it is one of the best-selling products on Amazon.com, and that is tough to crack. And this one says, a trifecta of protection, the shock-resistant T3 has a strong exterior metal body, internal support frame, and an optional AES 256-bit hardware encryption. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to have any passwords on this SSD thing, because I'm going to be the only one that's going to be using the SSD. I'm not going to let kids use it. I'm not going to let anybody, you know, use it, because they don't need to know about anything, you know, because I make, you know, because this is all going to be mine. Now, this would be great for you, Luke, if you want to keep, you know, if you want to keep a certain person away from accessing your files and data on an SSD. So I think that might be a great feature for you, Luke.
Yeah, I agree.
So it has password protection, which I don't need, but thank you, Samsung. And shock resistance, that I do need, because I don't want to lose data, because I am so upset when I lose data, you know, because it happens to me on an external hard drive. Whenever I move the hard drive, and then this little error message saying, well, guess what, your hard drive, rest in peace on you, so goodbye on that. I'm like, are you serious? Now I lost all this data, and now I lost it forever. And I become a victim of that. And that's why I don't like these hard drives where you have to plug into the wall. It drives me insane. And I know that you, Luke, have experienced the same fate that I have with these external hard drives.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I know you don't like to lose data either, Luke, especially when you got 8 terabytes on there, or 6 terabyte, or 4 terabyte. It really hurts, doesn't it, Luke, when you lose all that data? It really hurts. And it makes you want to cry.
Yeah.
I you know, don't take my word for it, Luke, but if it was me, I would be crying, because I don't like losing all this data. Are you kidding me right now? I don't really want to lose all this data. Alright, moving on. Connects with ease. The T3 is compatible across multiple operating systems, so you can conveniently connect it to PCs, Android devices, and more. And with the portable SSD, Android application, and it also has USB 3.1 Type-C, and it also has a USB Type-C to A cable, so that means if you don't have a USB-C on your computer, no problem, because Samsung to the rescue on that. Because I know, Luke, that one of these days you're going to be getting a Mac computer with USB Type-C connection. Am I right?
Yeah.
Because the Mac Mini that you and I both have, it doesn't have USB Type-C, which sucks.
And
you know what, Luke? I really hope Apple updates the Mac Mini and finally give us a USB Type-C, you know, and still keep the USB 3 ports, but give us like a Thunderbolt 3 mini display port and maybe USB Type-C. I think Apple needs to do that, Luke.
Yeah.
You know, because you know, we rely on this new technology, USB Type-C.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, what you up to, bud?
Doing good. Just recently doing a live stream right now.
So I don't know, guys. I'm telling you, I can say USB Type-C is the future of technology. And I'm sure and I'm sure Christopher, you know, would agree on that. You know, because we don't like to lose data. You know, because just recently Christopher has a new Windows 10 laptop, which is the HP Stream 14, which I want to get as well.
Okay.
And I know that Christopher likes the HP Stream. What do you think, Luke? Do you think he enjoys the HP?
It was awesome.
Yeah. And I know he likes Windows 10. I think Windows 10's awesome.
Yeah, it was. It really was.
So it is compatible with Samsung devices. Which were the Galaxy S7, S6, S5, which I don't like anymore. The S8, that's cool. What about... Okay, yep, okay. Never mind. That's cool. That's cool. What's on Sony? Nice. What's on the LG G4, G5, G6? Woohoo! What else? Oh, it doesn't work with the, oh, well, crap, okay. Am I white look like, crap, okay. Does it work with the Honor 8? No! It doesn't work with the Honor 6X?
No.
Are you kidding me? Well, that sucks, Well, okay, that might be the bad news, but the good news is the Samsung T3 works with Windows, Mac, and Android. So if you have Mac OS El Capitan, which I still have, unfortunately, I need to get rid of it because I need to get High Sierra. So that's really cool. So overall, guys, yeah, the Samsung T3 is probably the SSD and the only SSD that I ever need to store my Office documents and for my games. And that's why I'm going to be switching from an SD card to an SSD, which is solid state drive. So don't take my word on that. On that whole thing. So that's the Samsung. And by the way, it supports on Samsung devices like I know, right? The Galaxy Tab 3 and oh Jesus. Anyway, Samsung Galaxy Tab S3 and the Samsung Galaxy S8. That's what I was gonna try to say, and I'm telling you, Luke, I'm just going so fast I don't even know what I want to say next. You know that, Luke, Butt?
Yeah.
I just don't know if I'm coming or going.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that, my friends, that is the Samsung T3. And am I going to get this? Oh, you bet. Because I'm going to get it in 256 or 250. And I'm going to get the 500 gigabyte one, which I'm going to show you guys right now. I don't know why I'm on Yahoo.
Right here on Disney.
I do not want to be on Yahoo. Oh, I know.
Should be coming around the mountain when she goes.
Oh, my God.
Yahoo.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah, absolutely, Luke. Anyway, this is what it looks like. The Samsung T3, 500 gigabyte. I'm going to be getting that to store all the games that I want to store on it because it's fast and it's really simple. And just be able to, enjoy media life and be able to store whatever I want to store and put it on an SSD. Because it would be faster, it would be safer, it would be durability. And that's all I want. And you know what, guys? The T3 is currently the best-selling product on Amazon.com. So you see, Luke, I think you need to get this on your wish list too, because this is what you really need. After you get done, getting thousands more on your shopping list, kind of thing. So, because I'm going to be getting not one but two of them. I'm going to get the 251 and the 500. Again, 250 for Office documents and 500 for the games and other stuff, which I am not going to say because you guys don't need to know.
Fine.
Well, not YouTube, but for the whole intranet kind of thing. That's why I say that.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, Luke. And Luke, I can't believe you got that one puzzle correct on the Wheel of Fortune Deluxe Edition. I don't know how the heck you managed to got that.
I just okay. I just want to solve it. Ooh, I got it! It's 5 seconds, and I'm okay. I solved it. And then right after that, I'm some Lima. And you're shocked, and I'm I don't know who Fapalina is. So search Fapalina on Wikipedia, and it was a book by the Little Mermaid author Hans Christian Andersen.
Yeah.
And it was a film directed by Don Bluth in 1994.
And I'm sure Christopher would be happy about you winning that, Luke, because I was shocked.
It was $25,000.
Yep, $25K. That was really awesome. When you won $25K. I don't know how you managed.
Yeah, I thought it was an I and a G, but then after the solving the puzzle, I'm why? I know what it is.
And I don't know how you managed to get the puzzle right, Luke. I'm still in shock.
5 seconds.
I know. That's just unbelievable.
And my thoughts, you're oh great, and I'm and then and then 5 seconds later, I'm oh my god, I know what this is. I'm solving it.
Yeah. That's unbelievable, Luke. I'm telling you right there.
It's just whenever the second $1 million winner, and she's tough workout, and Pat's what?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that quite well. And like I said, guys, you want to see that moment, because we're not gonna have it on the. I'm not gonna have it on stream because because of Sony copyright. You can check that out too on the I'll post that on Vlog Weekly thing on Google Plus. Plussy, poppy, poopy, whatever. Plussy. I don't know what I want to say. It's just driving me insane. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what I wanted to tell you about from episode 81, but we had to end it so early because I had to clean the room. I know, right? I know. Because I had to clean this room before the landlord came. So that's why I had to end it early. Because, I wanted to talk about it from episode 81, but unfortunately, it was cut short, and I had to move it to this episode, which we are doing right now, episode 82. And I know that Luke is going to agree with me on what I'm going to be saying about this next thing, and that is what I think needs to be changed on the iPad 9.7-inch 5th generation.
Yeah.
So I know that you, Luke, are wanting to hear about what I want Apple to change on the iPad 9.7-inch, the baseline. Am I right, Luke?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm alright. I just wanted to. I just love that scene from Fridays Lucha's Extraordinary 5 episode 155.
Oh yeah. And you know what, guys? I think when we get done doing the whole iPad thing, I'm sure Luke's gonna have a great reason to why he's gonna be watching the Eat Your Cake and Them Some all over again, because he's probably gonna watch the Bonnie jokes and stuff on that game, and the whole Wheel of Fortune kind of funny joke, like Chinese poop and all that stuff.
Oh my god!
And of course, Tetris Blast, where I completed stage 9 and got 69 points and all that stuff, which I have it uploaded on Flickr, by the way. Check it out on Flickr. I know, right, Luke? Having that on Flickr, stage 9, 69 points. I'm telling you, 969 Studios. And you know what, guys? Here's a true fact. When I wanted to get rid of LJPCBN Productions and make it into a new name, I was actually going to suggest naming it as 969 Studios, created by Luke Jeffers and myself. But I'm sure Luke wouldn't like that. So that's why we changed. That's why at the last second, I changed it, and now it's become as Plumley Jeffers Enterprises, which I think Luke really likes it much better than 969 Studios, though I might still use it at some point for Localcast and have 969 for me to found. So there you go. So there you guys go. 969 Studios. It was almost from LJPCBM Productions to 969 Studios, but it didn't happen. Though I will say, though, I am thinking about founding 969 Productions under Localcast Studios, which would be great. So, Luke, if you want to see 969 Productions happen, well, I think I think you need to agree on that whole thing.
Yeah, I think it'll be like 6969 Studios. It depends.
6969. Yeah. Or 800-669-6969. Or find out today at 6969.org. I just made that up.
Yes, that too.
Oh man. And I know Christopher would be like waffle 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 waffle, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I miss Microsoft Sam so much. He's so funny. Long live Windows XP for Microsoft Sam. On behalf of everybody of Vlog Weekly, we miss you, Sam. We miss you. Ain't that right, Luke?
Yeah.
We're sure gonna miss
right.
that guy. I don't know what to say on that. And like I said, guys, I'm sorry that we don't have Billy with us, but you know what? We're having a great time anyway, because that's what the show's about. You know?
I mean, thank God the show's gonna be about. I mean, A2 is much better because what I said here was on the finger part where I would come up with the idea of like, you guys rock!
Yeah.
And I came up with the Toby Turd joke and say, it's your darkness and redness and whiteness.
So,
it's in your pants.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Ain't that the truth? So before we talk about what Apple needs to do to change the iPad 9.7 inch, what I want them to change. Luke, how was the game show party thing that you and Christopher did?
It was awesome. I said in the chat, in the message thing, I said that I wanted to. I intended to do just one game show for you all, for them to see, and that's it. Because everybody else to play the game themselves. Like Chris, for example. Like I was one of the 5th grader and another game show. Because right after all these 2 game shows, I was extremely tired.
Oh, I know.
Because
you were so exhausted, Luke. Yeah.
Because around midnight, I'm gonna have to go to bed.
Well, like I said, everybody needs rest, Luke. There's no escape on that.
Because around 12:30 a.m., I need to get ready for. I was sleeping, and by the time I went to get up around 11 in the morning, I wanted to get some breakfast to eat and lunch as well. Because right after that, I had to get prepared for another brand new episode of Boyfriends Vlogs, which was happening on Vimmy.
Something here, something there, something down, Luke.
Overall, it was a good night's sleep. From 2 nights ago, it was it was fun. But I did a brand new episode. Another brand new episode of Boyfriends Vlogs for my birthday.
Yeah.
That had to be a happy birthday Barney episode that I've done. It was about...
And the kids are streaming. Oh, my God.
About the part where I made a vlog series that following morning. I was like, okay, hello, guys. This is Luke Jerry speaking. Welcome to Boyfriends Vlogs, blah, blah. And, of course, we got finishing up the thing so far. Yeah. So that was... pretty successful game show party while I was doing Boyfriends Vlogs, and yes, we'll have a birthday party on the 20th. That following 28th, I have Taylor, Kyla, and people I have mention the family because there's a lot of timing besides the eat your cake and then some live stream. Because I was just getting ready for another video before my birthday, but I can't do that because my birthday is already there.
Yeah.
And of course, I was about intended to do just one video that day, and I uploaded 2 Vimeo videos, just to let you know. One of which is episode 107 of Fridays with J 6285, and a bonus stream for 109 of Fridays with J 6285. That was extremely it for me just for Vimeo videos to be posted for YouTube from YouTube, you know.
Well, looks like the sun's out, so I think whoever predicted that we are going to have windy conditions and all, well, yes, it was true a little bit, but now the sun is shining, and it's 5:52, and the sun is shining, and because I was getting a little worried that the weather was going to end up screwing up episode 82 of Vlog Weekly, so I'm glad that didn't happen.
I mean, thank God.
Yeah.
Let me check my weather on the weather.com and see what happens in Savannah before we get to you on the topics.
Well, Christopher said earlier, something here, something there, something down Luke's pants.
What?
And then he said the same to me. Yeah, and inside my poopy pants. I need to change a diaper.
As I'm currently getting to the Weber app thing.
I'll be like, where have all the flowers gone? Anyway.
Yeah.
Not going to sing it because you, well, like I said, you guys probably know who sings that song, so there you go.
Yeah, thank you. My accommodations, your PBS station from mirrors like you. Thank you.
Exactly.
87 degrees and mostly cloudy tonight.
A tornado warning.
Early tonight.
Yeah.
Dang it. And Saturday is going to be a 50% chance of rain.
Nah.
That's bad news, but it doesn't tend that about Vlog Weekly. Not about Vlog Weekly. Eat your cake stream, dang it.
Yeah, eat your cake and them some, yeah.
But, however, it will affect Vlog Weekly number 82 because that's the bad news. Because the weather app, it has 90% chance of rain in my area, in Richmond Hill.
Well, coming on August 4th, we are going to get a new movie from WWE Studios, and it's titled Armed Response. It's going to be in theaters and on demand on August 4th, starring Wesley Snipes and the WWE superstar Seth freaking Rollins. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Because I'm so glad Wesley Snipes is doing another movie, because he got out of jail for tax evasion, so I'm so glad that he is finally going to be making movies again. So thank the Lord, because Wesley Snipes is a good actor. I'm just saying.
Yay.
Get up to $8 off to see Despicable Me 3 when you buy The Land Before Time and one of 30 other movies at Walmart. Yeah, save money, live better, I think. Not. Would you agree on that, Luke?
Yeah, I agree.
The
weather for tonight is going to be 90% chance of rain.
Wow. What else? One thing, blah blah blah.
But it doesn't affect Vlog number 82, though.
Yeah, 82. Yeah, 82-ish. I know, right?
I'll be right back. I'll see if Dara's ready or not.
All right, what do we have here?
Pizza.
Pita. Oh yeah, and you know what, everybody? I am very excited about this too. Rocket League is the latest X Games esport on ESPN, so we're finally going to see some Rocket League action on national television, because Rocket League is growing like hotcakes because this is the game that I want to do on Game On Live. Because I'm telling you, Rocket League is going to be so much fun playing that. Oh, look at that. I found Circuit from Power Rangers Time Force, my favorite season. And you know what? I was thinking about doing what would... Well, wait. No, I already done that. The top 10 Power Rangers. Yeah, I've already done that. Can't do that.
Yeah, I can't do that. And I'm back. Sorry, I'm just getting pizza ready in my room.
Yeah, pizza.
And my name is Luke, and I'm random, says by Chris. I just came back from getting ready to have pizza.
Schmeecha. Wish I had Papa John's.
For dinner or something.
Yeah. Wish I had Papa John's, but no well.
It's Food Lion's type of pizza, but yeah.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah, I'm very hungry for pizza. It's cheese this time.
I'm a meat lover's kind of dude.
I have like pepperoni and pizza or something.
Well, I'm a meat lover's dude.
I love all the toppings of my pizza, and not the spicy ones. My number one favorite.
Well, mine would be pepperoni, sausage, and other flavors, bacon, and that's why I like the meat lovers.
Yeah.
I mean, I love pepperoni, but I really love meat lovers. It's just like an all-time favorite, all-time greatest.
Yeah, I'm more than a cheese lover. Yeah, because cheese is my number one favorite. You know, besides pepperoni, sausage, bacon, and other types of flavors. You know, like pineapple. You know.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Pizza is awesome. You know, whenever I get dinner tonight, and I was thinking about getting dinner ready and get prepared for, you know. Just saying.
Yeah.
Once we got to the table with Vlog Weekly, I'm like, okay, fine, I have to eat my dinner.
Mm-hmm.
It's already like nearly close to be 6 o'clock.
Yeah, and we're already an hour of the stream.
Yeah, and I was like, okay. Nearly 45 minutes later, but to say I'm ready, probably because
because you had a lot of issues with the computer, so
that.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, now with that out of the way, and I gotta still get the top 10 ready because I totally forgot to do top 10. We want to talk about the iPad, and I think what we really need, to see changed. And I know, Luke, you probably have some suggestions. I know you, Chris, probably have some suggestions. But I have some suggestions that I want to make because I don't have an iPad. I played it, though, at Walmart, and I played it at the AT&T store.
Oh, what did you just do? I don't know why either. That episode, though. Yeah. Lost my best little buddy today. Oh no!
The crackling noise, everybody.
That's bad news,
because my dumb finger pushed the microphone and then it made a crackling noise. So it was my dumb finger that caused my voice to go disappeared on me.
Hey guys.
Random
I hate to interrupt Vlog Weekly, but we got sad news report.
Oh geez, another sad news. Oh my god.
It's not even, I was like, never mind, but it's not that. I'm going to show you this right now.
Yeah, and you got that right, Christopher. Random finger, exactly.
No.
Shame on the finger for messing up my audio.
Sad about this.
Oh.
Bailey sadly announced that he passed away earlier today at the age of whatever.
Wow.
And Libby, if you're watching this, this is a sad moment we have for Bailey because I am missing Heidi and Bailey. Yeah. We lost Patty on like 2 years ago, February 24th, and now Bailey. So, Bailey, if you're watching this episode of Vlog Weekly, this episode is dedicated to your memory.
Oh, Libby, yeah. Sorry to hear that.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Bailey. We gotta have a moment of silence to honor Bailey.
Okay, sure thing.
Thank you. Rest in peace, Bailey.
Yeah. Anyway, next topic. I know you guys are seeing it right now. If you guys are watching, obviously. So, iPad, flat out fun. Is it really flat out fun? Yeah, probably. And like I said, guys, Christopher said to me, Branden, random finger. Yeah, because my stupid finger hit the grill mesh on the microphone and it made a crackling pop sound and then it cut my audio off. And that's one of the things, too, why I'm going to get me another mic, because when I'm going to be streaming for Game On Live on Wednesdays, for when I get a PS4 back and all these other systems, I want to be able for you all to hear my own voice while you see the game and all that great stuff. Then that way you guys can hear me clearer, you can hear me, because I just said the microphone that I'm using does offer rich sound and always does. But I want to get me like a condenser microphone that I can obviously stream on PS4 and that certain thing, because because like I said, guys, I'm a streamer. I do Game On Live. And like I said, guys, rather than you have to listen to me through a tin can, coming out of a microphone that sounds like a tin can, and from in the basement or from down in the dirt and all. Getting a condenser microphone is really gonna make a huge difference on when I'm going to be using it for YouTube Live and for Twitch and for whatever multi-purpose use that I'm going to use it for. So, there you go on that.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So, while Luke gets back from have to go to, pee-wee-wee all the way home, iPad, flat out fun. It's a joke, Luke, so don't take that, so take it seriously on that. iPad, flat out fun, starting at $329. Learn, play, surf, create. iPad gives you the incredible display performance and apps to do what you love to do. Anywhere, easily, magically. Yeah.
I'm back. Let's get dinner.
Alrighty, Luke. And here's the features you get on the iPad, which I think is awesome. 9.7-inch Retina display. Though I want to see a better display. We'll talk about that in a moment. 64-bit A9 chip, awesome. 10-hour battery life, awesome. Over 1 million apps, super awesome. iOS 10, pretty good. I cannot wait for iOS 11. iOS 11 is going to be awesome on the iPad. I know that you're going to be so excited too, Luke, when you get iOS 11 in the fall. Let's see. 8 megapixel camera. Okay, good. iOS 10, I already said. 8 megapixel FaceTime HD cameras. Fingerprint sensor, which I don't need, but that's okay. 1 pound, good. Really cool. And Wi-Fi. So we'll get to talk about that too. So about the whole display kind of thing. Now on to the Retina display. Brilliant display. Brilliant size. Yeah. Okay. I don't have to be over the top, do I? No. Okay. So, anyway. Stunning retina display. Whether you're enjoying photos, shopping, or building a presentation, the 9.7-inch vivid retina display has the detail and size that really bring them to life. Yeah, well, we're gonna talk about that too, Apple, because I want some serious changes to the iPad. And Luke, feel free to jump in on what you want to see changed on the iPad 9.7-inch, because I know you'll be getting an iPad Pro instead.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to eat my pizza now.
Alright. Pizza, part of nutritious breakfast. So anyway.
No.
Just kidding. Anyway, watch, play, and create at full speed. That's what it looks like. Okay, what's wrong with this picture? How come you guys can't see anything? It's all white. Okay, moving on. Techno error. Moving on. Fast fluid performance. 64-bit A9 chip delivers performance that makes every app feel fast and fluid. It's for which learning apps play graphic-intensive games, which I'm going to be doing, or even use 2 apps at once, all enjoying up to 10 hours of battery life. That's a legendary battery life that Steve Jobs really wanted on the original iPad. And Luke, I know you've been getting 10 hours of battery life on your iPad mini too, though you'll be getting an iPad Pro, 10.5-inch. All right, moving on. Over 1 million apps designed for the iPad. So whether you're gaming or you're making PowerPoint, every iPad app has been designed specifically for the power and scale of the iPad, and so many great iPad apps in the App Store. There's sure an app that you are going to be able to get what you want to get. So Luke, I know you're kind of eating pizza, but what kind of apps do you use on the iPad Mini 2?
I'm eating my pizza right now.
Okay. Well, we'll see what Luke has to say when he gets on, because obviously we don't need him to choke on a pizza during an episode of Wild Weekly, because you guys will be scared, and then you'll be crying in tears like, I hope Luke makes it. I hope Luke makes it. I hope he doesn't choke on the pizza. Oh my God. So anyway. I know you got that, did you, Luke? Okay, I'm glad we kind of discussed that. Anyway, apps for everything. So we got apps like whatever that is. And Light. Don't know what that is. Oh, that's a photo editor. Yeah, photo editor. Oh, that's cool. Playground Physics. All right. What's the other app? Swift Playgrounds. Okay. And Galaxy on Fire 3, which is on the App Store. Personal, powerful, playful. That's what it looks like. Looks really nice, too. I'm telling you. Really, really cool. Messages. Because you get iOS 10, obviously. And again, I can't wait for iOS 11, because Luke's going to be telling his favorite feature when he gets done eating that pizza so he doesn't choke to death on it. Unlock, sign in, and buy with a touch. So that's cool. Cameras. Okay, cameras. Not the best, but pretty good. What is this called? All your devices, one seamless experience. Yeah, I'm sure that'd be really cool. Built to go places. See how sexy that looks? Yeah. Alright. I know. 1 pound, like I said, 7.5 millimeter thin. Wi-Fi and LTE. Stay connected, yep. Dress up. You want to dress up your iPad, you guys can. Or you can leave it naked, whatever you want to do. It's totally up to you. And that's simply how that goes. So you want to dress up your iPad? Fine. Do what you got to do on that. If you want to keep it naked, well, that's fine too. It doesn't matter. You can dress up your iPad as many times as you want with the all-new iPad 9.7-inch, available at your favorite local retailers like Best Buy and Target and sometimes Amazon, but good luck trying to get it on Amazon. So there you go on that. And I know we'll be like, so there you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat my pizza. This will be my last piece to eat right now.
Yeah. Yeah, and what do you think of that joke, Luke, that I did?
It was awesome.
Yeah. So, here is the things that I want to see changed from the iPad 9.7 inch. And we're going to hear from Luke Jeffers when he gets done eating his pizza. Because it won't be very polite for him to talk with his food in his mouth. Because that's just kind of gross. I become the victim too. So, there you go. So, before you all saying, don't eat with your mouth full, Matt Plummer. That's disgusting. I'm like, yeah, I already know that. I don't need to be taught because I'm a kindergartner. I know what to do and not to do. Well, actually, no, I'm not really a kindergartner. Okay, yes, I've
I'm
been
an
to
adult.
school, so talk to the hand, and let's move on. Talk to the hand. Right, Luke? I'm like, talk to the hand, move on.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, there you go. Anyway, so what I want to see changed on the iPad 9.7 inch, obviously the display, because what I found out is the iPad using, oh, I got stuff in my nose, it's itching, nasty. Anyway, I would like to see a change to the display. I found out that the display on the iPad 9.7 inch is using the iPad Air 1's screen. And I'm like, really? So that's what they're using in the iPad Mini. iPad Mini 9.7 inch. Are you seriously kidding me, Matt Plummer? Stop it. iPad 9.7 inch iPad. So I definitely want to see a change of the screen resolution and probably change. Okay. I think the thing I like about the iPad Air 2 is it eliminated the air gap, which is super awesome. I think that's a really cool feature, but unfortunately, in order for Apple to save money and pass the savings to you, they have to sacrifice a lot of things to make this at $329. So the display is not does have air gaps in it, which is kind of sad because I don't want air gaps at all because it ruins it. And the colors and everything, they're probably not as good as the iPad Pro, which I will still say this to everybody. The iPad Pro has a freaking unbelievable image. The colors are so unbelievable. That's my favorite thing of the iPad Pro is the color and the screen. It's so colorful and so vivid. That is like the best screen that I have seen on any tablet from Apple to date. But on the iPad 9.7 inch, it's kind of bland and dull. But you know what? I'm pretty sure it would be fine for most people. But if we want to watch our favorite movies in high definition, we want to see the vivid clarity of the video and movie that we watch. Because, for example, I bought 2 movies on Amazon Video today. Now, I know I'm buying stuff on Amazon Video instead of iTunes. Well, it's because I don't have money yet and yada, yada, yada on the iTunes kind of thing. But anyway, Smith's Lost Village, if you buy that on iTunes and you want to see the vivid colors that you're going to see out of the Smurfs and everything that is presented in True HD, well, you can simply do that, but it's just not going to be, vivid and clear that you don't, and you're not going to get the picture that you really enjoy that you get out of the iPad Pro, 9.7 inch and 10.5 inch. And I know that you would agree with me on that, Luke. So I think the number one thing I want Apple to change is probably the screen and make it very colorful. And instead of having an iPad Pro kind of screen, I want them, this is what I want for the 6th generation iPad, 9.7 inch. Now, I know we probably won't get it till 2017, so we're going to be stuck with, 2018, excuse me. So, I want to see an iPad Air 2 screen, if that be possible, Apple. I want to see an iPad Air 2 screen that you take from the iPad Air 2 and get rid of all the air gaps and make it vivid and colorful and still keep it at $329 because I think the price point is exceptional. Now, I know you guys are probably going to say, well, I think that's way too much for an iPad. Yeah, it is, but you know what? The iPad Pro starts at $600 and something dollars. I think $649 for a 64 gigabyte. This is $329. That's exceptional. So I think the price is right, and I mean it in a good way. I think the price is right, $329. Now, I wish it was $229, but I don't think Apple's going to go too low on an iPad because iPad is a great device for any price. So let's say, if you can't get an iPad Pro 10.5 inch and it costs too much, well, then I guess that's why you would probably need an iPad 9.7 inch so you can enjoy the things you do on the iPad, like doing Facebook, or what I talked about on Cartoon Explosion today, on how you would use the iPad to post and help out with Cartoon Explosion Facebook page, because I know Billy doesn't do the thing anymore. Well, I don't know why Billy doesn't post stuff for me for Cartoon Explosion. Luke is is a moderator because he's so heavily focused on his job. So, and I can respect that 1,000%. And and if you want to write something for Cartoon Explosion, you guys can, But like I said, all your posts have to be approved by me, though, because I am the admin, and I am the top editor, which means I have to make sure I have to approve the posts before it actually gets onto the page. And with Luke being the moderator, he can see what posts all can be shared on Cartoon Explosion. So I know you, Luke, you haven't been on Cartoon Explosion for a very long time, but Luke, Cartoon Explosion has changed a lot.
Yeah. It does.
And for having an iPad 9.7 inch to be able to do all this little typing and posting stuff to Cartoon Explosion, I think it's really gonna be a huge benefit to us all. I would just imagine Luke Jeffers. Okay, now I'm not gonna be ridiculous and make fun of him because I'm not like that. But let's just say he has an iPad right there and put it on the stand and have this Logitech keyboard, the K380 keyboard, and he does the typing and writing the post for Cartoon Explosion, and then after that he taps on the post thing or publish, and then he can move on to the next. So I would just imagine, Luke typing all of this stuff on Cartoon Explosion using a Bluetooth keyboard, and then tap publish, and then move on to the next. And I think having an iPad would be exceptional for writing to Cartoon Explosion Facebook page, because we still need editors, though, ladies and gentlemen. Nicholas is refusing to be an editor because he does not want to be involved with Cartoon Explosion. No, he wants to be involved in any way, but he wants to at least give the Cartoon Explosion thing a thumbs up, because I can respect that, because I'm so humbled to get a like, and with every like, you are really supporting Cartoon Explosion, and I thank you all for giving a like to Cartoon Explosion for the past 1 year or so. Thank you so much. I really mean it, and also Luke Butt too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
So don't take my word for it, because I'm very grateful for the lights. I'm sure Luke is very grateful for the lights. So thank you, everybody. Thank you a lot. It means a lot to me.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, so I think the iPad would be great for, because, Facebook is on iOS. You install it, and then you go, and like I said, you have to be an editor in order to write something for us, for Cartoon Explosion. If you're not an editor, then you probably won't be able to type your post and say what you want to say. If you have breaking news you want to share about a cartoon, or if you have a video you want to share, you can do all of that right on the iPad, and you don't really need a Mac to do it. You can do it all on this supercomputer, which is the iPad. Because iPad is really a revolutionary product from Apple. And for 7 years now, I think the iPad has been a revolutionary device. You know, because it satisfies a lot of people who uses the iPad. Luke being one of them, at least for an 18. You know, a lot of people use the iPad. And you know what, Luke? I found out today that you remember Goblin Fan 2007, right?
Yeah, I remember Goblin Fan 2007. He was great. I met him before I first met you and Mark and Billy at the time.
Well, unfortunately, Luke, his iPad 2 quit on him.
Yeah,
and so I gotta say, rest in peace, Daniel. iPad 2 for Daniel.
Yeah,
it's sad, I know, but hey,
it's sad. I feel bad.
I think what Daniel really needs, though, Luke, I think he needs to get himself a new iPad. Now, if he doesn't, now this is what I want for an iPad. Instead of 32 gigabytes, because I don't have an iPad yet, and I don't own an iPad, but I will, I'm getting me a 128 gigabyte iPad. Why?
Yeah.
Because I like to watch movies, and I like to watch TV, because I like to use it as a media consumption device.
And according to the documentary I have first made for the 10th anniversary of LG Film Corporation, I said that in late 2009, I first met a guy named Daniel Harper, aka Goblin Fan, formerly known as Goblin Fan 2007.
Which I don't talk
and
anymore.
Basically what he did was, I don't want to say this in front of you, Daniel, but some of my friends will, that ruined my friendship between you and me. And that's what I said in the documentary at the time. And the video of Mark at least made, I asked his permission to bring Mark's right video of Goblin Fan 2007 as part of the actual documentary I made to celebrate the 10th anniversary. And he said, I'll see what I can do. So that's why I decided to make that as a documentary. And people agreed, you know?
Exactly. So again, the screen I want to see changed. I want a better screen. I want the screen to have no air gaps at all. Because I think it ruins it for me. I'm sorry. It really ruins it. So don't even bother taking the iPad outside, because it's not going to be great for outdoors. Now, if you want to really watch a movie, you're going to have to wait till the sun goes down, and when it's nighttime, and you have everything off, the lights off, everything off. If you want to watch a movie, then make sure that every light is turned off before you watch a movie on this iPad, because otherwise it's gonna be glaring on you, and it's gonna be annoying as heck. So that's what I gotta say about the whole idea. All right, next up, what I also want to change, and Luke, I think you're gonna agree with me on this. I want to see storage to be bumped up and get rid of the 32 gigabyte storage capacity. Or maybe the 64 gig. I want to say 64 gigabyte. I want to get rid of the 64 gigabyte and have it in two configurations. This is for me personally speaking. 128 gigabyte iPad, 9.7 inch, for $329. Second, 256 gigabyte iPad, 9.7 inch, for $429. Or even better, $399 for 256 gigabyte. That's what I would like to see too. So, Luke, would you agree on the storage capacity?
Yeah.
Okay, so again, so number 1, screen. 2, storage capacity. 128. I want the new iPad, the next generation iPad, 9.7 inch, the most affordable iPad you can get right now. I want 128 gigabytes to be the default as standard, and then have 256 gigabyte available, because we're using our iPads on more than just the apps that we love to use every single day. We watch movies, we watch TV shows that we buy on iTunes. We do a lot of podcasts, and of course a lot of people now are using the iPad to create their very own podcasts, and that's great. It's great to do a podcast. It really is. Because as you guys don't know, Marshall has a podcast that you can listen to on SoundCloud. I don't know if he used the iPad to do it all, but I'm sure he used Logic Pro X or GarageBand, because GarageBand's not that great. So I don't know what he used, but hey, you can listen to his very first ever podcast. I'm going to have a podcast too called The Branden Plumley Show, which will be coming soon. And you know what? Maybe I will use the iPad to do the Branden Plumley Show. How about that, Luke?
Yeah.
You know, be able to create the Branden Plumley Show using an iPad. I think that'd be great. But I will have to get one microphone, though, for it, because I'm not going to use the built-in microphone on it, even though it sounds great. I'm going to get me a Shure microphone, an MV5 or the 51. I want the one that's $200, which is the big microphone, and not the one that you have, Luke, but the big one. I want to get that for my podcasting duties. Because I love the iPad so much. You can turn your iPad into a podcasting studio if you wanted to. I think that's great. Would you say so, Luke?
That's great.
Yeah, agreed. So that's what I would like to see on that. So number 2, storage capacity. Number 3, I don't know, Luke. Maybe Apple needs to. Oh, I don't know. Let's say, how about? I know it's gonna be impossible, but why not have 15-hour battery life instead of 10 hours? What do you think, Luke?
Yeah.
Do you think Apple needs to improve the battery and give us 15 hours of battery life? I don't know if that's going to be possible, but I'm sure it can be done. But I think it would be impossible, though. And like I said, Luke, you know, you're really an iPad tech geek. So, there you go. So you think about that too, Luke. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think the battery life is great, 10 hours of battery life, but I think we want to see more of the battery life, because 10 hours is amazing. Because if you look at a MacBook Air, you get like 13 hours of battery life, which is incredible too. That's unheard of in a Mac notebook. So I think that's all I'm going to say, Luke, of what needs to be changed on the iPad 9.7 inch. You know, again, the screen, the storage capacity, and probably the battery life. So Luke, if you have something you want to see change of the iPad 9.7 inch, what would be your 3 if you have any?
Well, wait, what are the choices again?
Well, the screen would the screen size, you know, the screen on it.
Well, as much as I say the 512 gigabyte size, I think I have no idea what the size might be. The 512 gigabyte is. It depends.
Well, I think for consumers, I think they really want to get an iPad Pro for that. I don't think we're gonna probably see 512, because I don't really think Apple's gonna, you know, be letting out, you know, the basic iPad users to have more storage. I think 256 would be plenty, and I think that'd be incredible. You know, having 2 capacity storage, 128 and 256.
And the reason why I say 512 for the tablet is because I have no storage left. I have for the iPad Mini, so that's why I have to get rid of this iPad Mini 2 and get the iPad Pro 512 gigabyte iPad Mini.
Okay, I got one, Luke. Number 4. I got this in my head. Number 4. Storage support, like memory card support. Apple, where is the memory card support after these 7 years? Where is a memory card support? Come on now.
Because it depends, guys. Besides, I don't know when Final Cut Pro X is gonna be on iPad Pro.
I don't know. That might be great too.
Because I want to make a trip to Crossroads special in the iPad a success.
Yeah, I don't know how it would be so fun Oh, yay. Now you guys can see the video. Finally! Anyway. Yeah, I know, right?
As I'm currently getting prepared for their birthday dinner tomorrow.
That's awesome. I know you agree with me on that, Luke, because everybody's complaining about the iPad's storage capacity. You know, what you see is what you get. You know? Because you know what, Luke? Ever since the iPad first came out, there was no memory card support. You know, you couldn't pop in an SD card to expand the storage. I don't think Apple's gonna ever do that with their iPads. And I think that's why everybody is going to Android, because Android, you know, they give you the flexibility of what you want, you know.
I was buying stuff,
you know, like
notepads.
Having a micro SD card support up to like 256 gigabytes.
Yeah. I know how your pain goes, but I'm trying to...
So here's a recap. Screen. iPad Air 2 screen, please. 128 or 256 gigabyte capacity. 128 to be the standard of the iPad 9.7 inch. Battery life and the memory card. We still need external storage solution. So Apple, these 4 things I want. Please, 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 please. That's my wish list from me to you as an Apple fan. All right. And I know, Luke, it's kind of tough on what stuff you think Apple needs to change with the iPad. Well, you know, like I said, those are the 4 things I want to see changed from the iPad 9.7 inch. And are they going to do it at some point with the next gen iPad? I don't know. It's really up to Apple. It really is.
Yeah, I agree. It's up to Apple to decide.
Because it's gonna be a serious challenge. So it's gonna be hard, Luke. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be really difficult for what Apple's gonna be doing with with the iPad 9.7 inch. Because I think the price is right. $329 is a great price. But again, would you imagine, Luke, 128 gigabyte for $329 and 256 gigabyte for $399? I think that makes a huge difference.
I agree. It is a huge difference. As I'm currently getting to look for some softwares, but I have to wait till tomorrow. It depends.
Exactly.
Because right now I have like over 600 bucks.
Wow.
It's a lot of money, I know, but I gotta have more money than that, you know.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Once I get to the government money, then I need to save more money to watch Netflix and other things. And Hulu was one example.
Yeah, and like I said, Luke, Hulu is adding a lot of movies in July. Including, Luke, all 3 of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies from the 90s. We're talking the first one from 1990, Secret of Ooze from 91 or 92, whatever. And probably my least favorite Ninja Turtle movie, Ninja Turtles 3, Turtles in Time. I don't really care for that movie. But 1 and 2, awesome. 3, not so much. Because it was a weather disappointment.
Yeah.
Because I do have all 4 of the Ninja Turtles on Blu-ray.
Once I did a Jeff Craig review of 1 and 2, but yeah, and I'm gonna review bits and pieces of 3 because I hate the movie very much.
Have you seen the third one?
No.
Well, I think before you give it a rating like 1 out of 5, do take the time and watch the movie when you get Hulu subscription, and then do a review on that, and that way because Luke, I really want you, I think the reviews really want, I think your reviews are gonna be really mean a lot to film people who enjoy watching movies like myself,
Yeah, I
and see if you recommend the movie to them or not, because I think that's going to be the key difference, is whether you recommend it to everybody to watch or you say pass on this. I'd rather be passing gas than seeing this
I haven't
than
done
this
the
hunk
Jeff
of garbage.
Frick in since February of 2017 because I've been busy with Barney and Friends vlogs, and LHBM Reacts was another show I've done, and some new series that I plan on doing, Barney and Friends vlog, and some stuff that it's been postponed, on YouTube and stuff like that. I was supposed to be doing it in February, March, April, May, June, July, but it didn't happen.
Yeah. Well, I can understand.
I was busy with my upcoming projects, besides Minecraft Mondays and things like that. I will not do Game Show Party via Google Hangouts. That's not going to happen. I will do it via on VidMe or a website called ljpcpm.tv, which I'll be creating very soon, because I think Tom Kingle, who creates the websites now, decided to make websites at Kingle Design, and I decided to make a website for LJPCBM. And that's why I had to create a website, because I'm new to web design, So that's why I have to create a website for LJPCBM.tv, and it's going to work that way, just to let everybody watch the videos, not do the DMCA bullcrap like Vimmy does.
Well, yeah. Well, they want to. Well, they do that, Luke.
JagFilms.com, a little bit different than that.
Well, and like I said, Luke, they have to make sure to tell everybody, that hey, DMCA, yeah, that's something everybody has to take seriously when it comes to, and. Well, we're not really going to discuss it all because, it's just going to be a controversial kind of thing that I don't want to say on the episode. But, we gotta really respect, DMCA kind of thing because it really gets out of hand, for copyright material. So, but, it really gets out of hand. And, and VidMe does have the right to, to say, give everybody, about the DMCA kind of thing. So. But yeah, I mean, I know it's something, that everybody doesn't want to take this seriously and politely, but they're going to have to regardless. So, don't take my word for it. So, so hopefully it doesn't happen to you, Luke, but, you gotta, be careful on what you post and everything, because it can, it can really kind of, destroy the reputation and everything. So, but yeah, so... End of story on that. Let's move on. So let's see, 40% off of. Oh yeah, the subscription to Audible. Oh, okay. So anyway, Luke, Amazon Prime Day is July 11th. So, can you tell everybody, or you're gonna keep it a secret of what you're gonna be getting on the Amazon Prime Day when it launches?
I have to not spoil any surprises, though.
Alright.
Like, what the hell am I going to say? No, we're not going to do that.
Alright, well, I can understand.
So when, sometime July 1st, however, I will be purchasing a lot of purchases. I don't know when exactly it's going to happen, but I may have to make sure that when I get gift cards on July 1st, I have to tell Mom this. By July 11th, I had to tell Mom that, hey, Mom, can I do Prime Day on July 11th, please? And if so, I will let you know when exactly I'll tell everybody when exactly I can do this. And then I'll tell you when exactly I'll deliver the Prime Day things will be delivered to my house. And then you'll see what happens, because it's going to be big. Not $100, not $200, but we'll see what happens. I'm not going to spend that much money. No. It's going to be big. Because once I get famous this year. It depends. I will be able to save my money, a lot of money, faster.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to go faster than 1,000, faster than 2,000, and then faster than 5,000. That is why I'm gonna be famous this year.
I know. Well,
I'm
I'm hoping it stays that way, Luke. You know, as long as you don't hit a roadblock or have a nightmare and everything. That's gonna be the only thing you gotta be really wary of when it comes to the whole thing. So, but
once I save up a lot of money, then I can have purchase a lot of over not one, not two, but 1,000 purchases of my trilogy. But then once I announce once I announce the upcoming date about the unboxing video of all the stuff that's gonna be happening for 1,000 purchases, I'll tell you when exactly that all the monsters unboxing videos gonna be happening. But it's still gonna be that way. Right now, we have to focus on 2 dates. Like, for example, July the 1st and Independence Day, which is also my stepdad's birthday. And then I'll be focusing on trips that's coming up that I'm planning on going, like Beaufort, South Carolina. I don't know when exactly I have to plan on going, but it depends on how long I can be able to stay there. And then once I get going, I'll have to see what happens, but it depends on taping Friday through Jake's 285 Vlog Weekly there instead of taping in Savannah. Probably because I have to do a Trip to Crossroads Special Part 6. And this will be released in either mid-July or late July. It depends. And then, once I'm done with Part 6, we can move on to another trip. Because Mom wanted me to focus on one trip and to another. And then once one trip is done, I'm going to my house, period. Another trip, going to my house, period. Everything like that. Because it's smaller trips first, then bigger trips second. Probably because the bigger trips sometimes have bombs, sometimes it's good, everything,
Yes.
And then, yes, once I go there, maybe I may have to save a lot of money. Like, once I get 1,000 purchases coming up, I may have to do another unboxing video, not for thousands of purchases. I don't know how many packages it's gonna take, but it depends on how long when I'll be doing another unboxing video on my main channel. Like, this might be the last one out of the trilogy standards. Right after that, it's becoming my next chapter in my life.
Well, and do take it easy on the whole Amazon shopping thing, because that's a lot of stuff, obviously, and just try to limit yourself on what you want to get first. Get the most important things out of the way, and then move on to the next, and then that way you can get what you really want and all that other great stuff. So that's all I gotta say about the whole Amazon thing. Just take it easy, and just like I said, get the most important items out of the way, and then get the other things that you really seriously need.
Because right after I get most of the most important item things, including the SNES Classic Edition, I will be extremely purchasing a lot of stuff. I will be extremely excited to tell you I will be getting a lot of packages coming up. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but you know how long and you know how much I can have this, but all of the 1,000 purchases is gonna cost me like thousands of dollars.
And like I said, I wouldn't really wait too long about getting the Super Nintendo Classic Edition, because you know what already happened to the NES Classic Edition, because Nintendo discontinued it, and they're not selling it anymore. So And I don't want you to become the victim of the SNES Classic Edition, because I know I wanted to get one too, but I had no money to begin with, so I wasn't able to get the NES Classic Edition. So, and I know Christopher was kind of bummed about that too.
Yeah. And stuff like this is gonna be a lot faster than the one 6 years ago. And now, once I get famous over $5,000, then I may have to save a lot of money.
Yeah. That's fine, Luke, and wish you well and everything, and again, we're not gonna really talk about the whole DMCA thing because it's gonna be a controversial thing if I do, so we're not gonna get into that, but because I don't want to, because this is why that I became the victim of it one time when I did it on Google Video, and yeah, so I'm not gonna really talk about that because again, it's just because I'm not gonna be the kind of person that wants to create controversial topic and then storm off and all that other stuff. So, but like I said, there's a lot of things about what we can and can't do, on video sharing sites, like uploading a Viacom kind of thing, because like uploading a Nickelodeon kind of thing, even Sonic Boom or all that other stuff, and like I said, that's just something that I'm not gonna really discuss, but like I said, and these are rules, that we gotta really follow, obviously. So, but there you go. So as I'm getting ready to prepare for the top 10, but let's see. Okay, yep. So now I want to go ahead and talk about the other big thing here because it is it's 6:48, obviously. So let me see. I want to get a image here, make it large so everybody can see it exactly what I want to talk about. And because this is a thing that I'm gonna save the best for last, and that's about what you can do with a Windows 10 that you can obviously you can obviously do on other operating systems of Windows, but I think Windows 10 does it awesome because Windows 10 it is awesome. So
yeah.
So and I think Christopher's typing something because I know that we're kind of leaving him in the dust, and I do apologize, but
that's okay. I'm just a bit bored anyways, but I'm fine.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and everybody gets bored, for everything. So let's see. I got that. Okay, when. All right. I don't know why I'm gonna put it at number 3, but there you go. Boo hiss on that. Anyway. All right, Windows. Okay. Yeah, cause I'm getting the top 10 ready for when we get done here.
What will be the top 10? What is the top 10 going to be on exactly for this episode?
I think after this last one because I think we talked a lot of stuff. And like I said, when I did say tons of stuff on Wild Weekly, that's what I really meant by that, folks. So don't take my word for it because we're getting I am going to be at 1 hour and 58 minutes of the episode of the 82nd edition. So let's go ahead and do that right here. So that everybody, I want to talk about transforming Windows 10, that you already have, and transform it into a way that you can only imagine, and that's what we do with Windows 10, and why I think Windows 10 is such a great operating system over Windows 8.1 or even Windows 8. I can hear myself. Wow. So I don't know what's going on, but I can hear myself. But anyway, so Windows 10, it's amazing, and it really does something really unique. And that is, with the Xbox capability, like streaming. Let's say if you have an Xbox One S and you want to play it on the Xbox app, then you'll be able to do so really easily. And this is the Windows 10 tablet, by the way, which is really neat.
Windows 10, the operating system, and Branden Plumley.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I
yeah.
agree.
And that's your joke of the day, too, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, based on boys and girls.
So like I said, this is a tablet that you can get only at Best Buy, because this is a Best Buy brand. This is the Insignia Flex 11.6-inch Windows 10 tablet. This might be great for whatever you want to use it for, like, what Luke said on this episode of Lord Weekly, watching Netflix, Hulu and that sort of thing, because I know they're both on the Windows Store, Hulu and Netflix. And, you'd be able to do that. And I think you might get away with doing some lightweight gaming, because it's not really meant to be a gaming by all means, because it is Windows 10. But I think you'll probably be able to get away with lightweight gaming at best. Like, you can probably play Minecraft, though you probably would want, more memory and more storage and all that stuff if you want to do Windows 10. Because having 2 gigabytes of RAM on a Windows 10, I don't think that's going to be the nicest way to play Minecraft. So, because when I get me a Windows 10, I'm going to be buying Minecraft Windows 10 Edition. Because I'm a huge Minecraft player. Because I know that you, Luke, miss Minecraft on Game On Live, so that's something I'm going to be doing whenever I get around to it.
Oh, yeah.
Having spiders come after me and kill me, or if it's somebody shooting, like, pow, 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 I'm like, who is shooting me? And it's like, okay, why am I hearing gunshots in Minecraft? I don't think Minecraft has any guns whatsoever. I mean, with a sword, you stab the 8-bit kind of, characters, like, me stabbing an arrow, stabbing a spider with a adventure sword, just stabbing away and before I get killed by either a spider or get shot from behind or get hit by arrows or drown, whatever the case that might be in Minecraft, because you can do a lot of silly things with Minecraft, and there's a lot of dangers you got to be careful when it hits nighttime, because when it hits nighttime, you're going to have to stay out. You have to stay inside, because otherwise spiders are going to come after you, zombies, and a lot of other dangers. And I think that's probably the most fun that I have to say about Minecraft, is being able to fight these enemies, like spiders and zombies, and having someone shooting at you, with the arrow and hitting you from behind, because it's a first person kind of thing. So I think it adds the whole kind of scare and kind of whole reality of, oh my god, who's behind me? I'm like, it's like a survivor kind of thing, if you ask me. Like, oh my god, now I'm going to get killed by a spider, I'm going to get killed by this and that. And like I said, guys, if you want to see some insane moments, I'm pretty sure Luke, on Minecraft Mondays, he probably got killed by a spider, he probably got killed by a zombie, or for worse, drown himself. Like, okay, well, guess what? Instead of you guys, killing me, I'm gonna kill myself and go down into the water. Ha ha ha! Funny. Bye bye. And then all of a sudden you die, you drown, and then you respawn to wherever you want to respawn at. And then you have 6 million spiders come after you and killing you. And you're gonna have all these spiders coming out and try to take you down to Chinatown. And that's what could happen. There's no ins, ifs, or buts about that. So, Luke, you might want to defend yourself on this.
What?
Because I know, Luke, I know you haven't done Minecraft Mondays, and I know on a episode, on one of the episodes, that you probably, had somebody, hitting you and everything.
0 over again.
Yeah. So, anyway, this is a Windows 10 tablet, like I said. I think it's $220. I'm not sure. This is a great tablet, but you know what, guys? I think I'm gonna get me an awesome Windows tablet, and it's from Microsoft of all things. Now, I do believe you can run Windows 10 on this, but I'm not sure. But I'm sure you can run Windows 10 on it. And why am I on Yahoo? I'm not supposed to be on Yahoo.
Why am I supposed to be on Yahoo? I'm not supposed to be on Yahoo.
Yeah, I know. It's like the Ballad of Yahoo. Why am I at Yahoo? You know. There you guys go. New song by Luke Jeffers, The Ballad of Yahoo. There you go. Available on SoundCloud. But anyway, white Luke blood on that. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I was like clapping my hands, and I'm like, oh my god, really?
Yeah. So here's okay. So you can run Windows 10 on this tablet. This is the Microsoft Surface 3 from Microsoft, obviously. This is a really cool tablet. This has 4 gigabytes of now. You will be able to get it in 2 different kind of options. 2 gigabytes of memory and however much storage space. And the other option is 4 gigabytes of storage. 4 gigabytes of memory. Shut up, Matt Plummer. It's 4 gigabytes of RAM, not storage. You idiot. And 128 gigabyte storage capacity. So it's 128, 4 gigabyte, and I think the other one is 264. I'm not positive on that. But I can confirm that this will run Windows 10. Hopefully, if I get this computer, this tablet, that it comes with Windows 10 instead of Windows 8.1. If I don't see Windows 10 on this tablet, I'm going to be so angry, and I'm going to be stomping and kicking and screaming like a little girl, because I want Windows 10. I don't want Windows 8.1. Alright? Alright. So, I know you would, and I know you would agree on that, Luke, you know, kicking and stomping.
As I'm doing this Reroll Walk You, too.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like a Reroll Walk You parody.
Yeah, exactly, Luke, exactly. Because we played, yeah, yada, yada, yada. So I do believe you'd be able to run Windows 10 on this. I think I've seen videos of it, and yeah, you'd be able to, run Windows 10 on the Surface 3, because Surface 3 is for someone who doesn't want the poor features and can't afford $1,000 or more, but would want Windows 10. I think this is a great buy. I really think, because it's by Microsoft, because I love Microsoft. They make excellent stuff. Xbox One is incredible. Office 365, I'm not going to tell you if it's good or bad, because I love it. I don't need to talk about it. I know. And Luke, I think what Chris doesn't know, yeah, exactly. Beep, beep. Anyway, what Chris doesn't know about is when he got his first ever HP laptop, it does come with a 1-year Office 365, and it's not bloatware. It's actually awesome to have Office 365, so whoever says Office 365 is stupid, no, I don't think so. But yeah, having a 1-year subscription of Office, I think that's incredible. Anyway, there you go. So Surface Pro 3 and Surface 3 is shipping with Windows 10, so that's great. Because that's what I'll be getting, the Surface 3. Holy crap. $11.49 for the iPhone. Okay, never mind, I don't want that. So, hey, I'm kind of happy that Windows 10's on the Surface 3. That's cool. Okay, yeah, I'll probably get the Surface 3 instead. Because I really want a Surface.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah, and like I said, the new Microsoft Surface tablet that they have, I think it's neat, but I'm not going to pay $800 for it if all I want to do is play lightweight gaming or do Netflix sort of thing. No, I'm going to save myself a heck of a lot of money and just say, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to get the Surface 3 because it's a lot more affordable, and I can easily do what I can do on this new Surface Pro. Excuse me. So, there you go. Yeah, I know, and my manners are in someone's toilet. So, and this is why I like Windows 10, ladies and gentlemen. Xbox gaming, as you guys can see on the screen. Being able to play Xbox One games on your PC, I think that's incredible. But you have to have an Xbox One controller. Because I would imagine you trying to play Xbox One games on a keyboard. That's just not going to cut it. But you would probably need an Xbox One controller if you really want to get serious about gaming on Xbox. And like I said, the Xbox app, I think it comes pre-installed with Windows. If you don't have Xbox app, then I'm sure you can download it for free on the Windows Store. Because I'm going to be getting me a Windows 10.
I definitely agree with you.
Just like I said, that is like my favorite feature of Windows 10.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, is streaming Xbox One games to your PC. Because I've done this, Luke. I've done this when I was at my somewhat friend's house because, you know, yada, yada, yada. And I'm not going to say what. But anyway, yeah, I was playing WWE 2K16 on the Xbox One. And then I streamed it over to a Windows 10 laptop and played WWE 2K16 on the PC side of things. And you know what? It played really, really well. And I was amazed on playing an Xbox One game playing on a Windows 10 PC. That is my favorite feature of all. And you see, Luke, I think that's why I like Windows 10 so much, because of the Xbox integration. I think that's incredible.
Yeah, I know.
So
right?
don't take my word for it, Luke. I think that's incredible. So, you know, like I said, you know, there's nothing to it on the whole Windows 10 side of things.
Yeah.
So there you go. So, and like I said, is Microsoft Surface Pro awesome for $799? Yes. If you can afford it, obviously, because it's a lot of money.
Why the price so high?
Yeah, it was a lot of money.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I agree. I don't know why it's so pricey, you know. I mean, I know.
Get a computer under $20.
It's just,
I would have to get a computer under $200.
I know, and
at least.
And that's what and like I said, you know, HP Stream 11, you know, which you can get for Windows 10.
This one was like about $219 plus the care plan, because I got this from Walmart, just FYI.
Yeah. Yeah, and
if
you know,
you go to Walmart and get electronic stuff like that, you have the option to add a care plan into this, but you have to register it as soon as you get it. You have to register it. So if anything goes wrong, they'll and if you have the care plan receipt, and they'll be able to fix it, no problem.
Yeah. I think and I think it goes the same with monitors or buying a new TV. You know, always have or even an iPad. You know, yeah, you better be protected.
Yeah, anything
especially you, Luke.
Anything electronically from Walmart, care plan is quite recommended.
Yeah.
Especially you, Luke. When you get an iPad Pro 512, you definitely do need a lot of insurance, because that's a lot of money you're gonna be putting down. $950 for one.
Yeah.
One break, and I don't know if you're gonna.
Yeah, one break, and you be flushing down $950 down the toilet.
Yeah. That's right now, currently.
Which is kind of owie.
But I still have to wait till I have to be famous first in order for me to be saving a lot of money for all that 1,000 purchases, you know, including the iPad Pro, 512 gigabyte SNES Classic Edition stuff, you know.
Yeah, I can understand. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the Surface 3. This one I'm going to be getting. This is the one I'm going to be getting for myself, because I want Windows 10. This is $399 for 128 gigabyte and 4 gigabytes. Because if you get a 2 gigabyte, you're out of luck. So try to at least get 4 gigabytes of storage, 4 gigabytes of RAM if you really can, and then that way
That's what I currently have for RAM and 32 gigabytes of memory altogether.
Yeah. You know, because most of the other stuff that you get, ladies and gentlemen, you know, 2 gigabytes and try to play Minecraft on the 2 gigabyte WAM. That's just not gonna, it's just gonna be slow and sluggish, and you're just not gonna have a great time playing Minecraft on a 2 gigabyte of WAM, because I've seen it on a YouTube before, on someone's YouTube channel, and yeah, 2 gigabytes is not really an idea for playing Minecraft, or even some games you buy on Steam. That's just not gonna work out very well, because it just doesn't have the power to do it. Old professional video editing, which is not all that, that great on a budget $200 PC, because that's not what it's designed to be. It's designed for people who can't afford $500, $800, even $1,000 on a Windows 10, and they can simply get it at a fraction of the cost and enjoy Windows 10. Regardless if you're a newcomer to Windows 10 or you just, need a new computer because the old one died on you. Because...
Yeah. And I don't want my Windows 10 computer to die on me, because I have one that's from my college that dies on me still. And it doesn't... And get ready to die on me, but it's not going to go well currently, because I use my Mac Mini currently.
Mm-hmm. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing
wrong with that.
I'm gonna get
I used that since 2014 and the 2012 model.
And I'm gonna get me a Windows, Windows 10, because that's what I'm gonna be getting too. Because there's a lot of great stuff on the Windows Store. Like PBS Kids Video app. That we can watch our favorite PBS stuff 24/7.
I can watch that 24/7 in between watching the PBS NewsHour, which is my childhood's favorite news program.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's true.
It's on YouTube live, by the way, because I hadn't seen YouTube TV to be in Savannah nor PBS stations. Like, this is GBTV or GBB, something like that, because they want to air PBS NewsHour on GBB and South Carolina TV stations.
Well, Luke, GPB did do a cartoon back in 2016, and that is Mac and Moxie.
Oh, really?
And it ended after one season.
Oh, crap.
But it is available on Netflix. It's available on Netflix, so there you go.
Yeah.
And it's on DVD too, so that's great too. Anyway, here's a picture, everybody, of what I'm going to be using the Surface 3 for, and that's to do some lightweight gaming. And on the controller, though, I see a 8-bit do Bluetooth controller for the Windows tablet. I think that's something you would need too, Luke, because this works with Windows, Mac, Android, iOS. It works on everything. So that's pretty neat. And that game is called Kelowna, which is on the original PlayStation.
Yeah.
And looky here. This is my favorite system of all time, the NES.
NES.
Love the NES. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah,
classic NES.
Yeah, exactly.
The Nintendo Entertainment System.
Mm-hmm. Which came out in 85 and discontinued in 1995. So it had a great 10-year lifespan.
It didn't last long, pretty much.
No.
But
again,
discontinued in Japan or
I
Europe
think
in 2003.
I think the NES really dominated because I think the reason why NES dominated back in 85 to its discontinuation was the great library of games that we all love to play still to today. Like your classic Super Mario Brothers games like Mario Brothers 3, one of my personal favorites. To Legend of Zelda, which I had fond memories of, and I still love the game to death because it's a game that I've beaten way too many times. And these are the games that we enjoy playing that are classics to everybody. Like Ninja Turtles by Konami or Adventure Island by Hudson Soft. What else? some other ones. Blaster Master by Sunsoft, and of course my favorite, Baba Baba from Tato, or Taito, whatever. So, which I'll be playing tomorrow, Luke, on your birthday, educating them some.
I'm pretty excited for part 2, because
I know.
at 5 p.m. there'll be a party that day. Oh, and
Yeah.
do a reminder.
Let's walk the house.
No.
No, let's not do that. Okay, let's not go wild and crazy.
Let's not. Actually, during the top 10, we're gonna be interrupted by rain and some nice rain and everything.
Yeah, Wayne, go away, make the Wayne go away. There you go.
Yeah,
Anyway,
like that.
there's your hard rock version of that song. Make that available to everybody on SoundCloud.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the phone, like that. That's like AC/DC style. Oh my god! And why am I gonna put this? Okay, I don't know. Well, I'm gonna do the whole top 10 thing here already. So,
What will be on? What will be the top 10 be on?
Yeah, we're gonna be getting that right away. So, Luke, when I'm finishing up the top 10, what are you gonna be doing for the rest of the night when we get done with Wild Weekly number 82?
I am gonna be editing some episodes of Barney Friends Vlogs, and afterwards these 2 episodes, I'm gonna be filming one episode, and I'll be done for the night. And because during that time, I need to get to sleep and get ready for tomorrow morning, like the birthday party. That following morning, so that way I can get following night, so that way I get prepared for get ready to go to the store, which is I don't know what clothing store to choose, but I may have to get some clothing to get dressed. I'm gonna get a T-shirt, so that way I can get dressed.
Yeah, so you don't get naked. Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
I can get naked on my birthday.
I know, Luke. I know. I'm sorry if I said that, but continue on.
Well, the reason why I say T-shirt is because I want to get
look good, obviously.
It's not. I'm not gonna wear a striped shirt like I normally do anymore. It's gonna choke me to death.
No, you definitely don't need that.
But at the time when I'm
you don't need to pass out. You know, that's not good either.
But at the time at work, yes, I can wear a striped shirt. But at birthday parties and other things like that, nah, I'll wear a pass.
Nah, bye-bye, passed.
But what I'm doing for T-shirts for my birthday party tomorrow, I decided to wear either an AC/DC shirt or other T-shirts that I have to wear that fits my size, you know. 2, I may have it by the time Eat Your Cake and Vince on live stream will be live. I may have to get prepared for a birthday party at 6. Once the birthday party is over, we gotta wrap up the stream, and we're gonna be. It depends on how long we're gonna shop, how long we're gonna get ready, because remember do you remember the part where Marshall and I and you came around and we just came up and say, hey, and when Marshall's like, hey, happy birthday, Luke, and I'm like, thanks, Marshall, how are you doing? And
I remember that.
It first came out on June 28th, 2015. So I was like, okay, do the birthday live stream that day, and that's probably the reason why I was going to tell everybody this. That's going to be the same thing for posting stuff after this birthday party. We'll wrap up the stream, but not with Marshall this time. But we need something different, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
But we need something a little bit different, because he's busy. And I need you to be part of this, you know?
Yeah, no, that's what I planned for tomorrow.
So that's why after
Weather
the party,
permitting.
I really need to screen share everybody purchases.
Yeah, because we got our top 10 ready, and we got to do DOS Anthology last.
Because right after that, and B, I need to get prepared for other things. And B, I need to get prepared for some huge things coming up, like presents and everything like that. And 3, I need to get prepared for hanging with Remix Plum on that following Saturday when it happens, you know?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know what time, you know? I said tomorrow.
I will announce that on the post.
That's fine.
Alright.
And that's all I can say about what's going to be happening for me in between tonight and tomorrow. Period.
Alright. Well, with that being said, let's go ahead now and let's do our top 10 for today. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Yep.
So here we go with our top 10. Like I said, guys, this was all created with PowerPoint, so I took the time to finish it up just in time because, you know, as we're doing episode 82.
Thank God.
Anyway, this week for top 10, and I know you guys are going to love this, especially you, Chris, and myself, because it is going to be Windows operating system versions for the top 10 for today, because I didn't come up with anything special, so why not do Windows for tonight's Vlog Weekly episode? So, and like I said, I will say Windows NT did not make the cut for the top 10, nor Windows 2 made a cut in, well, was cut in the top 10, and Windows CE that was cut in the top 10. So, there you go.
Is back.
Yeah.
I've never been to having the ME because it's terrible.
Well, at number 10, speaking of which, at number 10 is Windows ME.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, one of the worst operating systems of all time that came out in 2000. Alright, number 9 is Windows Vista that I used to have on my crappy Toshiba laptop. I don't really care for Windows Vista. Number 8. Yeah, I didn't care for that. Number 8. The one I used to have back in the good old days on my first computers, Windows 3.1. That came out in 92. I believe Vista came out in 2004, 2005. This one came out in 92. So Windows 3.1. I remember that quite well. So that was old Windows back in the 90s. Number 7. The one that started it all. The version 1 of Windows from 1985. Yep. Old Windows. Alright, number 6 is Windows 8, which confused a lot of people of Windows 8. This came out in 2009 or 2010, I'm not sure. But yeah, Windows 8 confused a lot of people, including myself and everybody who had Windows 8. I know that you were really all like, why did Microsoft did this? I don't know, but we're not going to go for that. Anyway, number 5.
I like making videos. I love Windows 8.
Yeah, it's okay. Windows 8.1. Oh, and Windows 8.1 did not make the top 10 list either, so sorry to say.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Number 5 is Windows 98. Which I never used, but I'm sure a lot of people who used Windows 98. It was a successor to 95.
I love
And
98.
this came out in 90... I'm going to say 97 or even 99, but I'm going to say from 97. So that's Windows 98. Alright, number 4. I just talked about it. Windows 95.
Laptop going.
And that's what everybody remembers growing up in the whole Windows environment. Windows 95.
I maybe agree.
Including myself, because I used to have Windows 95. Number 3 is my least favorite of them all, Windows 7. I don't care for Windows 7. So that's Windows 7. Alright, number 2 is my favorite, Windows XP.
Mine too.
So I know everybody remembers Windows XP. XP was better than ME. I wanted an XP, but yeah, Windows XP is number 2. Alright, Luke, can you take a guess on what's number 1?
Windows 10, baby. Come on now.
Well, Chris, what do you think?
Windows 10.
Alright, number 1. You guessed correctly. It is Windows 10.
Yes!
Yeah, Windows 10 is number 1. Obviously, because it is number 1, yeah. You guessed right, Luke. It is the number 1 in our top 10.
We are number 1.
You gotta be proud of yourself, Luke, but...
Thank you!
We
yeah,
are number 1.
AC/DC style, yeah. Oh, I know. Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, ever since 2011, I like the crow yell, but it's like AC/DC style, but yeah.
Oh, obviously, Luke, obviously, you can't get enough of that.
You ain't giving up that either. It's just one of those days I'm like Bon Scott and Jim Carrey style.
Well,
Luke,
I think this is a
every
game.
day is one of those days.
I think this is a game that we might do tomorrow on the Eat Your Cake and Them Some. This is for DOS. This is DOS Anthology right now.
Yeah, I'm going backwards, guys. Just let you know.
And you guys can probably hear it as it's booting up. We might play this on
every day in one of those days.
Yeah, I believe this will be the game I'll be playing on Luke's Eat Your Cake and Them Some. And this is the one that I remember growing up. Alright, hold your horses there, game. I'll get to you in a minute. Alright.
What game is that? Sorry, I haven't watched the whole video.
It is Google Maps. Googol. Came out in 1993 by a guy named Paul Dawson. And yes, Luke, you are still on there on this game because we did this on your birthday thing. And I'll probably have to turn this down because it is super loud. Alright, climber. Use left and right arrow keys to move the up arrow and yeah. Don't hit the one. Okay, so here are the things you gotta be careful. Don't hit the number that's 1. Don't hit any of the balls, the rolling balls, and of course, do not hit your head. Do not bump your head, because that's bad, because you lose a life. Yeah. So if you do any of these 3 stupid things, yeah, if you do any of these 3 stupid things, you will lose a life. All right. Now for this exercise, we are gonna do addition. I was gonna say addition, but that's not right.
Addition, yeah.
1 plus 8 is a question mark.
9.
Yep. 9 plus 8 equals blank.
9 plus 1? It's 10!
17. 9 plus 8 is 17. 9 plus 1 equals blank.
9.
10. Got it. 4 plus 7 equals blank.
11.
Well, I gotta get to it first without either hitting the ball or hitting my head. Got it? 11. 1 plus 2 equals blank.
3.
Yep. Don't hit the ball. Don't hit the ball. Okay, thank you. Got it. Up to 60 points. 9 plus 3 equals blank. 12.
11.
1 plus 5 equals blank.
6.
Oh, it's on the top too. Oh my
Be
god.
careful.
Oh, come on.
Careful.
I am. I made it.
Good.
Thank you. Alright, 9 plus 2 equals blank, and I got 3 lives still.
Number 1-1.
Yep. Make sure I don't hit my head. Got to 11. 3 and 3 plus 6. 9.
9.
Oh, you almost hit that ball in that last one.
I know.
Actually.
Got it. 10 plus 3 equals question mark.
13.
13.
Yep.
That was so easy.
Oh, I bumped my head. Lost a life. It is 13, but I did bump my head, so I lost a life. I can only do that 2 more times and the game's over.
I think you might have gone up too little too early. That might be the
I got it.
possibility why you hit your head.
11 plus 1 equals question mark. Yeah, I lost a life, so. Oh, 12 is all the way to the top.
Yeah. Be careful. One more bump in the head and one more life is gone.
Oh, I almost hit the woolen ball.
And
That would have been
how you
too
get
cool.
up there, please.
Luke would be like, "Why did you hit the ball, Matt Plummer?" Well, it hit me first. 7, 1, 8.
Yeah, I know the map thing.
Got it again. Yep. If it's like a phone call, like, "Hello." 1, 5 is 6.
Hello, can I speak to Luke the Random?
Yeah, exactly. Ah, I hit my head. Alright, last chance here. If I hit the ball or hit my head, then game's over.
Time how you go up there. Maybe that would be a better solution.
Yeah, it's very difficult to do this here. There, got it.
I think you went up there a little too soon.
Spectacular. I'm up to 240 points so far.
That's a perfect score so
Still
far.
at level 1, 6 plus 10. 16.
What was your highest score in that game?
I think the highest I ever got was like 100 and something. I'm up to 250. 4 plus 3 is 7. If I can get to it without bumping my head.
Be careful.
Uh-huh. Alright, got it. 280. 7
Almost
plus
to
6 equals
300.
a question mark. Oh my god, 13's way on top.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
And I don't see 69, so thank God. If I would have saw 69, we'd be laughing.
If
3,
you would've
7
gotten that, you'll probably
equals
lose a life on that one.
10. And no 69. And up. Yep. Still got 1 life left.
Careful.
I know.
Correctly.
Edge of the seat. Ew. Alright, 350. 10 plus 9 equals a question mark.
19. Oh, shoot.
Yeah. 19. No. Oh, that was close. That was super
hit your
close.
head or
I almost hit
hit
the
one of the
rolling
balls?
ball. Oh my god, 10 is on the very top. Oh my god.
Watch out.
This is gonna be tricky. Now to avoid the
Do
rolling
some
ball.
timing. You're gonna have to be extra.
Oh! Game over. I hit the ball.
At least your score is pretty good.
370 points.
Almost
Not
to
bad.
400. Ooh.
And let's see if I can match a 70. If I can, I get to continue. If not, game over. And stop. 50. Nope. Game over. And I am in second place. And I beat Luke by 110 points.
Jeez.
Oh, I know. Actually, no, wait a minute. I actually beat Luke by 90 points. Excuse me. I beat Luke by 90 points. So I'm in second. Luke has 280. So the highest score I've ever gotten on this game was 130. And now I'm in second with 370. At number one is 700 points. And that's a PTD. So that's Paul Dawson, obviously, because he's the creator of the game. So he has 700 points, and I got 370. So, Lou, what do you think about that?
It was awesome.
Let's do Google Ped. Use the 4 arrow keys to steal. Hit T if the thing is true, or hit the F if it's false. Do not hit the wrong number. The answer, which if you hit the wrong one, then you lose a life. Don't hit the wall. You lose a life. If you hit yourself, then you lose a life. So those are the 3 things you gotta be careful to lose a life.
Yeah.
That's false. 9. 7 plus 12 is 14. That is definitely not true. Why is it making this noise? Yes. 2 plus 10 is 12. Yep. Nope. One way. 12, 4 is 16. Yep. 110 is 11. Yes. Better be careful I don't hit the wall or hit myself. Or get the wrong answer. Well, thank you, game. Even though I haven't played this in a long time. and my feet is falling asleep. And I'm gonna get bonus points. A bonus block, I should say. Alright, please stop with this noise. You're gonna, my God. 6. No, it's 9. Waka waka. 11. Yes, it's 11. 5, 6 is 11. Yes. And 7, 3 is 9. No. I think it's 10, so that's an F. Yep. 6, 10 is 21. No, it's 16. It is 16, my plumber. Say it like you say like a Sean Connery and it's so sexy. 1, 12 is 8. Absolutely not. It's 13. What'd you think of my joke, Lou?
It was awesome.
6, 5 is 13. No. You there, Luke?
I'm there.
Okay, good. 11, 9 is 20. Yeah, yes. Now I am in bad. Now I'm in a dangerous territory. This is not good. 3, 5 is 3, 5 is 8. Yes. Yep. 1 plus 11 is 12. Yes. Better be careful. I don't hit myself. Boy, this snake is growing larger, Luke. Don't know how long I can keep up though. 10, 9, no, 10, 8 is 14. No. It's 18. Beep 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 beep. There we go. 8 plus 9 is 20. Absolutely not. It's absolutely not. It's 18, I think. 4 9 is 13. Yes. Oh crap! But this is not good though. This is not good. Don't hit yourself. Okay, there we go. Luke, I'm gonna have a heart attack here. Are you gonna have a heart attack?
No idea.
11 4 is 19. No, it's not. It's 15. And I got a phone call, but that'll have to wait. Shut up. I'm doing a live stream. Shut up, phone. I'm doing a live stream here. I said shut up. Anyway, 6 2 is 13.
Cut that phone out.
Yeah, I know, right? Got it, yep. 7 5 is 12. Yes.
Hey, phone, quiet.
Yeah, I got it. 6 1 is 2. No. It's 7.
No. False.
6 6 12. Yes. Oh shoot, this is not good. Okay, go up, go up, go up, go up, go up. 3 1 9. Oh, that was close. I almost crashed myself. 3 1 is 9. No, it's 4. That was close. I almost crashed myself. I almost went myself over. 3. Yes, it is 3. Please don't hit anything, please. How am I managing to do this? 7 8 is 19. No. Waka waka. Oh, thank you. Oh my god. When is this ever gonna end? Oh, someone's beeping. Be out in a minute. Wheel of Fortune style. This is not good. 12 4 is 16. This is not good. This is not good. Not good. 16, yep. 1 plus 11 is 12. Yes, it is, but I think I'm gonna end up killing myself here. Well, guess what, guys? I think I'm gonna have to commit suicide here. 11 12 is 23. Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Oh, I went myself over. Oh, I hit my own self. Oh my god. Well, let's see how I did. I'm gonna go past 69. Yep, 69. Holy crap, I think I scored 120 or 140? 150, no, 160. And I am number 2. And Paul has a 2,520, and I have 160. Wow. 160, so I beat my old school by 35 points, I think. How about that, Luke?
By PID, actually, for 2,520.
Oh. Thank you for correcting me, Luke. As my feet is sleeping. Come on, feet, wake up. Wake up.
Wake up, B! Wake up!
Yeah, I know. Ain't that the truth? Oh. Alright, well, I think that's gonna be it for this game, though it's a lot of fun, so let's end it right there. There you guys see 160 points, so that's pretty good. Yes. Yes. And we'll get to loop butt momentarily after we get to see these final things from your combinations of this very fine game on the DOS, though you can't get it anymore, so boo-hoo on that. Alright. Do the funny joke there, game. Come on. Doot, doot. Oh my lord. Boop boop doop boop boop boop. There you go on that. So anyway, guys, I think that we'll put the icing on our cake for this episode of Vault Weekly, number 82. Surprisingly, the power didn't go out, so we managed to do episode 82 of Vault Weekly. So that was really, really cool. And I'm already interested to do episode 83. And you know what, guys? I know I totally forgot about the movie review. I'm gonna do that first on episode 83 of Vault Weekly, because we're not gonna have enough time to do our movie review. So I'll do Surfs Up to Wave Mania, on the very first thing we're gonna be doing on episode 83, because we did a lot on episode 82. We're gonna call it crits on today's episode, because this was a lot of fun, doing the episode. So. Anyway, guys, I just want to say thank you to Christopher for being part of the stream for episode 82 of Vault Weekly. And I also would like to thank Luke for him being on and being a tag team, though Billy is not here to interrupt me and all that great stuff. So, and like I said, guys, me and Luke are going to be coming at you again tomorrow for Luke's Eat Your Cake and Them Some Part 2, the grand finale, as you're going to see Luke open birthday presents. He's going to get a lot of great gifts for tomorrow. So please don't miss it. It's going to be a grand finale you do not want to miss. So anyway, Luke, go ahead and let's close it out on this wonderful episode, wonderful journey adventure of Vault Weekly for today.
The first thing is, you're welcome. The second thing is, the thing here with the tag thing, it was great. You know, just for the fact that, the thing here that it was a great thing that was going to be amazing. The part where I can stand here with the, I'm sorry, I'm not keep mumbling that, and I'm burping at the same time. But, you know, just wanted to make sure that I have peace for dinner tonight, and that's why I have to finish up this Vault Weekly episode. The third thing is, it's currently rainy outside, so you have to wait. Yeah, it's probably thunder outside in my background. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Agreed. And the fourth thing is that, folks, just a reminder that, we're just continuing off. I'm going to be able to do, still do, Switch Saturdays, which will be coming, I don't know when exactly, but then again, I have a list of ideas which will be happening for my LHBM/Corp list. It depends on how long my LHBM/Corp schedules need before I get back in the swing of things. First of all, LJ has over 111 episodes in regular schedule. The second thing is that Jeff Craig reviews. I got 41 reviews in my list. Besides from Costa Rica and the Sid the Science Kid the movie. I'm still working on the Sid the Science Kid the movie review and development, but it'll be released this July. As well as Abs in Space goes around. Still have like not one, not two, but 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 episodes of Abs in Space in development. And of course, I said about Switch Saturdays, I said about Minecraft Mondays. But other projects like the Ultimate TV special events, I still have not one, not two, but 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 projects per LGBT TV special events coming up, along with Barney Friends blogs and a new show I plan on doing called DuckTales blogs. That's coming your way because Disney announced that they're coming out with the 30th anniversary of DuckTales. So that's why, after to celebrate the reboot, I decided to make a vlog series out of it. You know, before I decided to take a break on Barney Friends vlogs episode to be announced. Depends, since season 3 is going to be happening, you know, and season 2 as well. I'm currently working on 14, 15 after this vlog is over. As far as the Jujutsu Crossover Special Part 6 to 10 is concerned, yes, I'm still going to do that, but as far as videos like Baby Spurs video and so forth. I'm still working on these videos currently, but yeah, later about that. As far as the pilot episode for Ultra Games is concerned, yes, I may have the list of ideas to do that. As far as the list of ideas for Ultra Rips, yes, I can do that as well. But there are 2 shows I'm bringing back. I Love Sarah, and of course, The Good Thing About the Internet show. That's coming back. As well as Ultra TV is coming back. As well as, and that's coming to be another thing for Ultra TV as well. 2018-2019 schedule. Still have a Tutu Cluster special in development. And still have a list of ideas, just saying. There's several samples I have on my list, but so far, everything is going to be planned in development, just saying. Still have a huge list about ideas and things like that, and YouTube lists and DVDs and stuff like that. Yeah, I have lots of things to talk about on Eat Your Cake and then some special today. Or tomorrow, sorry. And then, once I get done with the being famous, I have a lot of money to save. Like I said to you earlier. Over thousands of purchases. And 26 trips. Like I said, I'm going to be able to go to these spray-free trips as of over 26 inside the Tutu Crossword Special. Spray-free inside and outside of Tutu Crossword Special. Depends. But then again, it's going to be a long sketch for me. But until next time, this is Jerry saying goodbye. Peace out, baby. Back to Branden Plumley, whole entire thing.
And before we go, ladies and gentlemen, before we end episode 82, here's something that I want to share with you all, and then we'll end the stream. So anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in on episode 82, and we will see you guys for episode 83 of Vlog Weekly. And now we're going to leave you with something really awesomeness, and prepare to laugh your butt off for this. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next week for more Vlog Weekly right here on Branden Plumley Television. Enjoy this finer piece of a masterpiece.
Bounce. Oh my god.